Welcome to the Mountainside Podcast. Our guest for this episode is the host of Gladiators Unleashed. He's also the host of his own podcast, GU Unfiltered. He's a former UFC fighter and is now heavily involved in the UFC as a coach in Justin Gaethje's corner. I had a great time. We opened a couple bottles of whiskey, shit got real, and Luke dropped some serious knowledge on the Mountainside Podcast. It was definitely a good time. So with no further ado, Luke Caudillo.
What up, Mountainside Podcast? I am going to drop footage down here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're here with the Mountainside Podcast, and they got a sweet little setup here. If you haven't checked them out, I strongly encourage you. Where can they find you at?
TheMountainsidePodcast.com.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. We're about to go real.
Hell yeah. Thanks for coming in, bro. Let's start this shit.
Let's do it, man.
Let's just start it right there. Fuck it.
Hey, I try to
You know
help
what?
people to help me. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. You know what I want actually is I like the way that you start your GU Unfiltered,
The
right?
song?
It's like, what's up, right?
What up?
There you go. I can't do it like
it's
you,
because
bro.
I don't know. I get like, well, I guess let's go.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man, maybe you should have like an intro. And I'm like, maybe I'll fuck that up too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I'm cool. I just like it. I just go with it. And
That's what I love about your podcast. And for people that are listening or just tuning into this thing, it's GU Unfiltered.
Correct.
The GU stands for Gladiators Unleashed, right?
That's right.
Hell yeah. And it's a great listen, man, especially if you're into hunting, bow hunting,
Yep.
fighting.
The fight game.
If you want to laugh, if you want to make your ribs hurt a little bit.
It's definitely unfiltered. I promise you that. But yeah, we just try to have fun. I mean, you know, like I said, I didn't know two shits about podcasting. I didn't know anything about it until I got with Cafaro on Cafaro Cast, and then I was like, Aaron's like, man, do a podcast with me, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. What is it, you know? And I've watched Joe Rogan's podcast numerous times before this, but if you would have asked me a year ago, would I be doing my own podcast? I'd say you're fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I'm doing it because I'm having the time of my life doing it. My liver is probably not enjoying it so much, but I honestly I love.
Well, cheers to that.
Yeah,
by the
right.
way.
Exactly. But like honestly, like it's definitely something I enjoy doing. You know, and you know, me coming from the outdoor TV show world, it just got so stressful at sometimes. I mean, you got to get a kill on camera.
Especially, it's hard enough to hunt.
Yeah, and then
Like, I'm no expert, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
and I hunt local, but fuck, man, it's not easy to get it done. And I couldn't imagine having the weight of like a camera crew, and then you want to be successful on top of that.
Dude,
you know,
it's just
like,
been
fuck.
it was getting so stressful, and like, man, and then you got to find an animal, and then you got to pay for like permits to be on public land for a filming deal, and like
Right.
all this money going out, like, and like there's no money coming in. Kind of like podcasting right now, but it's a little cheaper, right? But it's definitely something that I enjoy doing now, and now that I'm hunting again, and I'm still recording some, but it's not as stressful. You know what I mean? Hunting's fun again. Like, me and Snyder went out last night, and we were like, fuck it, let's go try some.
I saw that shit, man. You
And it
guys
was
killed
just-
2 bucks
yeah, we
like
just,
back to
like-
back or something.
And I was like, dude, how did we do this?
okay,
Like,
I got to hear this story because I only saw like one little clip, and you were
right.
you were talking some shit or something. You were like,
Weird.
yo, I take care of my clients first or something like that.
So, Aaron's like Mr.
Hey,
Superior.
so for everybody listening that doesn't know, Aaron Snyder is an outstanding bow hunter. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy pretty much makes his living off of that and selling backpacks, right? I mean,
yeah, he is the CEO, founder, pretty much now. He's the owner of Cafaro International.
shout out to Aaron, man.
Yeah, I mean, like what I tell him the other day, I was like, you kill more things than the plague did. You know what I mean with your bow. So he's definitely he knows how to hunt. And he'll be a way better hunter than I'll ever be. And me and him, he lives right down the road from me, so it's we shoot a lot and we just hang out a lot. And we had this B tag where you can get another buck, but it's a rifle tag, and we could have both shot him with our bows again, but he got this new rifle from this guy, this company, and he was like, dude, I want to shoot it with this rifle. And those are words you just never hear out of Aaron's fucking mouth. Just like,
did hell freeze over?
Yeah, like, you want to put your bow down and shoot it with the rifle? Yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, right?
Not to mention he hunts traditionally now, right?
Yeah, with the stick bow, And so, like, I was like, okay, get in my truck, let's go. And I had property, I got access to this property probably like 6 minutes from my house.
That's awesome.
And I was there 2-3 days ago, looking at last light, and I started seeing the bucks come out, these 2 bucks. And I was like, oh, snap. And I was like, dude, I hope they stick around, right? And Aaron hit me up, he had the same tag, but he was going down further on, down the road from him on some access that he had. And I said, dude, what tag do you have? And he goes,
is it area specific?
Yeah, like, it's a certain unit you got to be in.
Yep.
And I said, dude, that's the same tag I got. I was like, I should have known better. I mean, there's only so many of them that in this area. And he goes, oh, no shit. And I said, yeah. I said, dude, I just seen 2 monsters. I mean, good enough. Shooter bucks,
like your Pope and Young buck?
Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? Like state records. And so that's why he goes, no kidding. And he goes, are they bigger than this? And he showed me a couple pictures from his spotting scope that he's been looking at his buck. And I was like, yeah, dude, they're way bigger. Well, we get to the spot, and I'm like, man, let's just hang out. And he's drinking his Black Rifle coffee, and I'm honestly just sitting there talking to the landowner. She came out. She's all like, man, my husband said he saw the bucks here this morning, but, he said they were pretty big. And I said, he sent me a picture of them, and I was like, those ain't the bucks I saw the other night. So I knew that there was more bucks in the area. I was like, cool. And Aaron's like, I'll shoot that one. And I was like, no, you're not. Because there's bigger ones than that. And, well, long story short, we're waiting and waiting. I was like, dude, Aaron, put that spotting scope away. They're going to come about 50 yards right out of that thing. You can use your binos, for crying sake. He's like, no shit. I'm like, dude, that's what they did last time. And the lady that I have permission to hunt on, she's out there hanging out and drinking a beer with us, talking to us. And, like, literally, we're in the truck. She's outside my window, and we're, like, pulling up the binos, looking, trying to see movement. And sure shit, I go, look it, right there, Aaron, there it is. He goes, oh, fuck. Are you going to shoot that? And I was like, Aaron, do you want to shoot it? Yeah, man. I really want to shoot it.
Because he didn't kill enough shit already this year,
I'm like, all right, I'll let you shoot
every day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something new. Yeah. Pronghorn, bison.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit.
Yeah, a buffalo,
yeah.
right? And I was like, because I know he has to go to Texas, and he goes into Texas and somewhere else to help guide. And, man, I'm like, all right, I got time. I'm just going to Nebraska. I can go back and forth. And I said, all right, man, let me get my camera out at least and film this shit. And sure shit, she goes, are you going to shoot it, the landlord? I was like, yeah. You
gave us permission to hunt.
You better cover those ears. And I told Eric, because I had him on camera then, and I said, hey. And I whistled the deer, and I stopped him. I mean, he's literally probably 60, 70 yards. I mean, he could have shot it with his bow, honestly.
Yeah.
And bam, he smokes it. And she goes, oh, my God. Because they ran 10, 15 yards going up towards the highway on 285. I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. This ain't good. And it croaked over right away. And we're like, yeah, man, we're giving each other's fives. Like, dude, he was like, thank you so much for letting me shoot. And I was like, he goes, yeah, you mad? I'm like, no, I fucked up because I invited your ass in the first place. Right. I knew better if I invited you. But it was good. It was a good time. And
so that's why you were giving him some shit. But then, 5 minutes later or something?
It was pretty much 15, maybe 20 minutes tops. We get done taking, his little grip and grin pictures. And we went out and got his pickup to bring it around to put the deer in his pickup. And I happened just to look across the creek. They got like a little brook there. And I look and I'm like, oh shit, Aaron, where's your gun? And I knew it had, I could see the rack a little bit, but I didn't know how big it was. And I was like, dude, where's your gun? I'm gonna pull it up on the scope. And it was literally probably 70 yards from us. And we're laughing and giggling and shit, and this deer had no idea what the fuck was about to happen to him.
Yeah.
And the lady who's there still, taking pictures with her iPhone, she's like, what are you guys doing? And I said, there's a deer. And she goes, and I already had it already posted up on the bipod there. And she's all like, Aaron's like, yeah, shoot that thing. Shoot it. It's a good one.
He has no filter, dude.
Yeah. And I said, I had already seen it, right? And I couldn't shoot it because his head was like pretty much covering his vitals.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wait till he turned a little bit. Well, she finally got to see where the deer was at, right? Because the lady that was letting us hunt. And she's like, no, that's my donkey. And I'm like, boom. So she just always shut the bed because she thought I just shot her donkey. And I'm like, Leslie, that is not your donkey. That is a deer. She's like, oh my God, are you sure? And I'm like,
that's why they call him mule deer.
I'm positive, man.
Oh, shit.
And she came over. She's like, oh my God, that's a big one, But yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time with Snyder. I mean, we have fun. Like I always say that he's my guide, or I'm his guide. He let me tag along on his mountain goat hunt, and I was playing the role like I was his guide, and so from here on out, like pretty much he tells everybody, yeah, Luke's my guide, and shit. So. Obviously that's how I said, I let my clients shoot first, and then I got one. I happened just to luck out, man. I did not know that deer was gonna come out like that. I mean, it was just fucking awesome. I mean, it was honestly, it was pretty sweet night, man. I must say it was pretty dope.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah,
man.
It was cool. I mean, he was nice enough. He took the deer down to the processor this morning. So we're gonna get a lot of jerky and salami.
That's what it's all about, right?
So
for me,
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, I'm not a big deer eater. You know what I mean? Like, I like whitetail.
But the deer around here are pretty good because they're not eating sage and all that bullshit.
It's a lot different, right? Yeah. And but I still like I like doing all like specialty meats, like Slim Jims, the expensive stuff, right? That's what costs the most. And I usually process my own. But man, with the podcast now and
it's been warm lately,
the kids,
too, man.
It's just, I'm just like, man, it's worth me paying the extra money. Get it out of, I'll just drop it in my freezer, pay somebody do it because then I can just enjoy and eat it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And I just got so much stuff to give people, like Slim Jims for letting me hunt on their property, and just I give out a lot of packages to people, like for like holidays and stuff like that, a lot of jerky and
Sharon's
stuff like
caring, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's the story, There was a lot of like hell yeah and a lot of cursing going on when we did it, but it was a good time, man. It was definitely a good time. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. You can't replace those moments you share with people too.
No,
and people don't understand that don't hunt, maybe. But
yeah, and and the thing is like the landowner that was there is, like I've known her forever, and so she was all like, "Well, do you want me to go inside?" I was like, "Hell no, you can stay out here and watch," because she loves like hanging out. I mean, she was drinking a Miller Lite, you know what I mean, watching us do this thing, and she was like, dude, this is so awesome. Like, she's getting used to the fact that, it's the killing part is part of like, hey, she likes the jerky I bring.
For me, that's the worst part of it.
It is.
Really, I mean.
And like you asked,
I like all the other shit, man.
Yeah.
And then the killing part is it's exciting at the moment, but then.
Yeah, especially when the animal's still kicking, or or when you're a bow hunter, it's still fucking,
shit, man.
And if you can get a
you
good
might
shot,
not find one.
Yeah,
it's happened to me.
Like even a hunter that's killed, like even Aaron, like he's killed multiple animals. You come up to that animal and it's still breathing, so that's why you either carry a sidearm, put it out. You want the cleanest ethical shot as possible.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't happen, and like I said, like that's nobody's intentions to do, but it's just the way hunting is, and I mean, it's no different than you going down to the fucking butcher and one of those cows gets a fucking 22 bullet in the head,
Shit,
you know what
man.
I mean?
And
it's
then
still
drug through its own shit,
yeah,
you know
what I mean? Like, it's still gonna fight and live,
or it gets eaten alive by a fucking bear or whatever,
exactly.
as a baby or whatever, man.
Or fucking wolves coming in now in Colorado.
Fuck, man. I tried so hard to help educate people on that and do some due diligence, but and I'm no expert in it, but we talked to some, fuck.
And that's why I try to. I'm like, everybody knows I'm not the most educated man, right? And but there's some things I just know a lot of. And there's
you're no dummy either.
Yeah,
though,
and it's a lot of it's just common sense. Just look at other states that's gotten wolf problems, right?
Shit, man. I was walking my dog tonight. I live just super close to the studio here, and it's awesome. We're on a golf course, and I'm walking the dog, and there's elk and deer grazing together right there.
Yep.
A couple bulls. Some genetically fucked up ones too. One is like the down antlers, like
the
like a 5x5,
yeah.
but like one antler's growing down and one's up.
Yeah,
those
are sweet.
So I'm walking up towards it's an open space park. It's a Jefferson County open space park, and I just hear probably it sounded like 20 coyotes. It was probably more like 12 or whatever it was that was in that pack. But they're yipping. I mean, this is right at dark,
Yeah,
and there's this part of me that just got like sick to my stomach for a minute, man. I was like, fuck. That could be wolves at some point. You know what I mean?
Going to be wolves.
Yeah.
It's going to be wolves.
And that'd be a different story. It's like, fuck, then I might go get my concealed carry just because of that.
And I get, like, there's a lot of, like, especially here in Colorado, there's a lot of, like, liberals and, tree hugging people that get it. Like, and don't get me wrong, my wife's one of them. Like, she loves taking hikes and seeing animals. She hates me killing animals. She does.
Yeah.
She hates it, but she knows what we do with it. We eat it, and she gets it. She's just not a hunter, right? She's not the person that goes out. Will she sit in the blind with me? Yeah, but will she shoot anything? She shoots foam all day long with me, right? The 3D targets, but she won't hunt. And she's all like, why don't you want the wolves here? Right? And I tell her, I'm like, listen. And all her friends are like, dude, it's going to be so cool having wolves back here in Colorado. And just her friends at work think like they're going to go on a trail, like they see a moose or a deer, like they
it's
get
crazy.
pictures.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I originally thought that when I first saw it on the ballot initiative, like part of me, I hunt locally. I grew up here. Mm-hmm. I grew up right fucking here, man. And I hunt locally, and we never had wolves. And I always thought they're fucking cool animals, right? And I wasn't really that educated in it until this year. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, well, let's fucking figure it out. This is a pretty big deal to introduce an apex predator. So I started looking at what Idaho and Wyoming and Montana are going through.
Yeah.
And I started talking I have an uncle that lives up in northern Montana. I started talking to him about it, and then I went down some serious rabbit holes, and I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm going to do some podcasts on this.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
And I tried to get both sides of the fence on.
Yeah,
well,
which is
one side came on for a good reason.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, and the other people that, like I was saying, is like they think, oh, I'm going to go see a wolf when I'm on this hike, or climbing this 14, or I'm going to see all these packs of wolves. No, that's not the case.
That shit. They come in at night, man.
Yeah, they're not going to come in, and you ain't going to see the deer that you saw. You ain't going to see the moose that you saw because, dude, wolves are just going to kill just to kill.
Yeah.
They don't kill just to eat. Granted, they do on some of them, but they literally just kill just to fucking kill that animal. That's just it.
The first podcast I did on wolves, I got really discouraged because I found out the hardcore facts, right? And even with it getting voted in now, I don't feel so bad about it because of some recent events, right?
Yeah.
So Trump just delisted him.
Yep.
Right before I think he's going to be exiting office probably, right?
And
a
lot of animals, a lot of pets are going to get fucked.
Dude, shout out to Nature is Metal.
Yeah, right?
This is crazy. I don't know if you saw this one.
Yeah,
man,
dude. It's sad, but that's what happens.
I mean, those are somebody's pets, but fucking getting eaten alive
You know, like
in their yard.
so that's wolves, right?
Yeah.
Like people don't even understand black bears are just as bad.
Oh yeah.
You know, and we have, and like in Conifer where I'm at, there's black bears like nobody's business. I don't know how much you guys have here.
We got them. I mean,
They're
especially
everywhere.
since they did away with spring bear hunting,
Yeah,
right? And
right.
you can't bait bears
Yeah,
anymore.
we can't.
Dude,
So many, right?
when I grew up as a kid, we never had this problem, man. Every night, if I don't put my trash cans in the garage, and we got those bear-proof ones,
Yep,
they
me
just
too.
fucking rip the shit
Dude,
right
they're
off
jumping
them.
on them.
Yeah.
Jumping on them.
Did they get through yours?
And North Turkey Creek, right? So
Yep.
in between
That's
Conifer
where
and
I
here,
used
right?
to live at.
The other night, I'm coming back because that's where I deer hunt is right
Okay,
over there
yeah.
on some private, same sort of
Same
thing.
thing like I got. Private
Really
land.
nice lady, but
Yeah.
there would be a few times where I'm like in the yard spotting stock, and it's pretty much in the driveway.
Yeah, no. I
You
mean,
know?
that's just
and
it.
she'll
It's
come out and
private
she's
land.
all, oh, hey, how's
Yeah.
it going? And fucking.
Hey, there it goes.
I love the lady to death,
Yep.
man. It's great.
Yep.
My family's been hunting on there for quite a while, and it's super cool people. But anyways, it is more dangerous in there with bears than
Yeah.
it is walking into the like Pike National Forest or
100%,
something,
dude.
man. I shit you not, you're gonna run across a bear in there every night.
Every night. Dude, and lately.
50% of the time, they're gonna follow you to your truck.
Yep.
Or wait to get on whatever you're cleaning.
Yeah.
I swear, man.
Dude, there
it's fucking
there
wild.
was a point in 1 week my daughter says, "Dad, look outside. There's bears." And I said, "It's 6:30, dude. We're about to have dinner. We're in the
Yeah.
kitchen, and we have a sliding door." And she's like, "Dad, there's bears." And I look, and sure as shit, there's 3 bears out there.
Damn.
And I was like, "Oh my god, it's like 6:30 in the afternoon."
And those
right?
fuckers can open car doors.
Dude,
and
yeah,
they
dude,
can
I've
come in
seen
your
them.
house, no
They
problem.
came in me and my wife's car door, and I'm giving her shit, right? Like, I'm like, why you leave your car unlocked, right?
Yeah.
And thank God they didn't destroy it, right? I think the only reason.
Have you ever seen those videos,
Dude,
Jeremy, you should pull up some of that, dude.
yeah,
They
yeah.
fucking
It's-
fuck
dude,
cars
they-
up. They
and-
take a shit on the dash.
dude,
They rip out the back seat.
And I get so scared now because, like, I'm like, dude, I don't know if she locked her car, but I ain't going back out there to
Yeah.
look.
And dude, they're so stealth.
They're so smart,
quiet.
though. They literally pick the handle up,
Yeah.
you know, and
We got bears coming in broad daylight.
Yeah,
now.
dude.
They're
Yeah,
not fucking scared of
there's
shit.
so
here.
many of 'em.
Yeah.
so many of them. And, they watch this one. Yeah, so when they get fucked up, when they get locked up in their car, is when they get.
Oh, they
real-
start freaking out, right?
Yeah.
They're looking for a way out, and they just fucking destroy. They Chris Farley that motherfucker, really.
Oh,
I mean,
just-
Oh, my God.
he's
look
already
at the inside of
destroyed that.
thing.
Nah, he
What a
already
dumbass,
destroyed-
man.
And that's a small bear.
yeah. And that's just it. A lot of times when you see those small bears, you're like, oh, that's a dog.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, fuck, that's a bear.
Yep, that's a bear.
And they're so strong, man.
dude.
But-
That little bear just totaled their car.
Back
Yeah.
to Turkey Creek, I was coming back from there right at dusk. And I swear to God, man, I seen the biggest black bear I've ever seen. It had
Really?
to be at least 400 pounds.
Yep.
And you know where the Noble Ranch is at, or what used to be the Noble Ranch? Are you from here? Or?
No, I'm originally from Nebraska, but
Okay.
I've lived up in this area now for going on my 8th year now.
Right on. Well,
Yeah.
there's this beautiful ranch in between, right in the middle of Turkey Creek, in between Evergreen and Conifer.
Okay.
Huge rock faces, just beautiful. There's always monster bucks in there and
Right.
stuff. But I saw a bear across the road there, and my son was with me, and my son never really curses. I do all the time, so
Yeah.
he knows what curse
Yeah, he
words
knows.
are, and he goes, "Holy shit, Dad! Look at that bear!" And it was probably 400 pounds, man. It was a big ass
I
fucking bear,
had-
dude. It was the size of a. It looked like a small grizzly, man. It
yeah,
was wild.
I literally was seeing bears on my trail cameras. Look at that car, dude.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
That car is it's totaled.
The bravest guys.
Oh,
in
my
the world.
God.
It looked like
Shit,
a tornado
man.
went off in that bitch.
That's a State Farm commercial right there
Yeah.
for sure.
So I had this black bear that was probably pushing 500 pounds. It was a big bear, dude. And people were like, dude, you should get a tag for that. And I'm like, yeah, I should. And anyways, I've been getting it was like 10:10 on the dot. It was coming in my driveway, like every night, trying to knock my trash cans over. And then I would put my trash cans in the shop, so they would leave them alone. Well, the next thing they know, they're trying to knock the garage door down.
Yeah. I got scratch marks on my
Yeah,
garage
I had to
door
replace
from it,
my
yeah.
door
Yeah.
from a wood door to a metal door. Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Damn.
Like they literally just. So I left my trash cans. I was like, man, they ain't gonna jack my shop up anymore.
Yeah, you
So-
don't want to be cleaning that shit
Yeah,
up every day,
yeah,
too.
so-
It's like,
I literally was like, I'm gonna scare this bear so bad that he's gonna stay away, right? So I stayed in my truck, and I was gonna videotape it, right? And I got motion lights, and I seen it. I'm in there drinking some beer in my truck, right? Just waiting for this bear to come because it's a big fucking bear, and I'm recording it, and I see it come in. I'm doing play by play. I'm like, when he comes close enough, I'm gonna just lay the horn on him and scare the crap out of him. Right? Well, I was so amazed on how big this freaking bear was. Like, I'm still recording it, and I'm like, all right, he's coming. He's getting closer. And, dude, this bear drops low, and I can't see him anymore. So I'm like, oh, he's in between my wife's car and my car. I see the motion light behind me go off, and I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm looking in the rear view mirror, and I stop recording, right? And thank God I did, because everybody would have heard me scream like a little girl. Because I'm looking all over for this bear, and the next thing I see on the passenger side, this bear just paws my window and just licks my window.
Shit.
And it just scared the crap out of me. Like the thump he made on my car, on my truck, dude, I literally about shit my
and
pants.
it's crazy because you can't hear those things coming. Even
No.
in broad daylight, pine
No, they're
needles,
so
leaves,
quiet,
they
dude.
are so fucking quiet.
And I screamed, and I was like, oh, shit. And here I thought I was going to scare this bear, and he scared the crap out of me. Yeah, it was a good time, dude.
I saw a video. Somebody put one of those like motion sensor fucking little Halloween clowns on
Yeah.
the trash can.
Yeah, I seen
and that
that.
shit works, dude. I
Dude,
thought about getting one this year,
That's-
but
I seen that too, and I was like, man, my luck it won't work, and they're gonna
Yeah.
scare jack my Halloween decoration up. But usually
you need some more ice, bro.
I'm good, man. This
Okay.
is perfect.
Cool.
This Buffalo Trace is good, man.
It's pretty good shit,
I
man.
really like it.
Especially for the money, man.
I've
Yo,
been-
Buffalo Trace, if you're listening, we need a sponsor.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's why I've been on that Lead Slinger whiskey, and Nestor now wants me to start drinking tequila with him. But man, I tell you what,
That's a whole different animal.
it is. It
completely different.
definitely releases the cage out of it. Unlocks the cage.
See, I got to be careful. I'm all right with the Irish whiskey. I'm drinking that Conor McGregor shit right now. I know he ain't going to sponsor our asses.
no, he won't. And yeah,
Tightwad money.
I've never had it. That's why I asked like, if it's
Yeah.
good. But oh, yep, there it is.
I bet you that shit would work, man.
Scared the crap out of him.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it totally works.
dude, that would scare the shit out of me.
Every time you take out your shit.
I know.
oh,
Oh,
fuck.
God damn it. That's a great idea, honestly.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. That's just probably on sale right now, too, man.
That's very true. Very true.
Oh, fuck. That was a
Yeah, dude, it's just crazy on how many bears are here and now, and
It's
they're
too many, man.
and those are predators. That's what people don't get. Like, I see them go after my dogs all the time around this time of the year when they're before hibernation. Like, they try to. My neighbor has a big chicken coop she got. Dude, every night I hear the dogs go after them because they're in there trying to get in the chickens. I mean, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
They're bears. You know what I mean? Like,
They're
got
going to take the easy meal.
Yeah, they got no. I mean, it was a hard year for everybody, right? It's been a
Yeah.
hard year. So dry here. There's no berries, nothing, none of that stuff. So they're literally trying to survive themselves, and it's just to a point where, fuck, man, we have bears already bad enough. We can't hunt them in the spring. We can't use dogs.
Yeah.
They
need to open that back up. I don't know. I mean, if they can put it on the ballot initiative to take it off, why can't you put it on the ballot initiative to put it back on, man?
Absolutely. Well, and that's just the thing, man. Like, people just aren't educated, just like this wolf thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, this whole wolf thing is all the people that voted for it, they think that they're going to go out, drive out to Estes Park, and they're going to see wolves.
Yeah.
They're gonna drive to Evergreen and see how they see the elk herds and deer, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna see wolves too."
I almost wanted to be a dick and post something today after it was kind of official
Yeah.
today. Like, okay, Colorado, you fucked up. Say goodbye to elk and
All
say
this.
hello to wolves. You
all
know?
of this, dude.
Deer, everything.
Like we had it so lucky here in like in Evergreen here, dude. I remember if I wanted to take some photos of some elk, dude, I just come down here and just golf course,
Yeah.
dude. It was awesome. Dude,
And you're
you
talking like 7x9
monsters.
bull, huge,
monsters,
yeah.
And just to get
360
them screaming,
class bulls,
get them
easily.
screaming.
Yeah.
That stuff was fun. I didn't have to drive to Estes Park to see that.
Yeah, you dibble dabble in photography too.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I'm no professional,
Yeah.
but I definitely like
No,
it.
I'm the same way, man.
Yeah.
I love shooting, and that's especially during the rut, man.
Yeah, it's so fun, and I'm like, man, these guys they're just uneducated when it comes to like this. You know what I mean? And it's sad, but I don't know. It's not gonna be
think
pretty.
Kind of back to what I was saying is there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel because I've talked to some people at Game and Fish.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually going to have control over the numbers. So some of the numbers that we previously said on the podcast may not be accurate.
Okay.
To what they're talking about releasing. Like they're going to do it. They're going to do it based on what the boots on the ground guys think that they can put in, and the wolves can be sustainable, from my understanding.
Yeah, man.
The problem is they're like fucking rabbits, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
And,
saying. Like it's the same thing.
there's
like
nothing that's
like
going to be
pigs.
eating wolves.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
pigs down in Texas. They
Yeah.
come down to Oklahoma now, and they destroying people's livestock.
Well, look at Idaho right now. I mean, there's a prime
Yeah,
example,
that's
right?
a perfect example. Montana's just as bad.
I think Idaho's paying $1,000 a wolf right now.
Well, you're seeing more and more people killing wolves now. I saw more people on my Instagram feed killing wolves because there's so many of them now.
it's too damn many.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's so many of them there that, before you would never see that. It's so hard. They're always at night, but now they're everywhere. So
Yeah, and it's
many.
crazy because he used to just be like Yellowstone, Glacier National
Yep.
Park. 20 years. Look where we're at.
Exactly.
Check it out.
I know. It's. I don't want to get too much into it because
Yeah. We
It-
beat
it-
the shit out of it too on this podcast.
you know what I mean.
but-
Like it is, but like people need to know that it's not all what it's about to be.
Yeah.
It's like oh, you think you're gonna go out and see some wolves and take pictures of it and share it on your IG? You're not. You're not gonna see no wildlife out there.
right.
You're not. I mean, it's gonna get bad. I mean, maybe the first couple years it won't be so bad, but when those numbers grow, it's they're gonna bring out trapping.
Yeah,
for
man, I
them.
suggest going back and listening to our podcast, and you
Yeah.
can get some education there from like people that have spent 40 years in Game and Fish, people on the legislative side.
Yep.
And man, a shout out to everybody that supported us in that and was
Yeah.
willing to come on and talk about it. And man, the hunting community that came out too, like guys like Cameron Haynes, right?
Yep.
Like Cam,
Yeah.
like, fucking solid dude,
Yeah, he's a stud.
and Ted Nugent, all those guys help support us in it
Yep.
too.
Yeah,
and they don't even live here; they get it because they come here and they harvest, right?
Yeah, they come
or
here and-
hunt,
yeah,
or
they
kill,
hear
or
hunt,
whatever
and
you
they're
want to
like,
call it.
oh shit,
But,
it's about to get real.
yeah,
Yeah, it's no bueno, man.
yeah.
No bueno.
All right, we'll get off the fucking wolves, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a little sour about it.
It
The more
is.
whiskey I drink, too,
Well,
I'm gonna get.
This whole election deal, man. I'm just like, I literally had to stop watching. I had to get off Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, or whatever. You feel for Kanye West. I don't give a fuck. But just don't be fucking every 5 minutes posting about it on your Facebook feed.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I'm done with it, dude. And, obviously, my guy's not winning, so, I'm just at the point where I'm just like, you know what? It is what's going to be.
Dude, you
And-
bite your tongue right now. man.
Yeah,
Fuck
it
that.
is.
No
You know
way,
what I
no.
mean? Like,
It ain't over, dude.
yeah, and the thing is like...
Jeremy was just at the White House. He just talked to Trump.
Oh, really?
Literally. Swear to God, last week.
No shit.
Yeah,
I
he was-
didn't talk to him.
Oh, okay.
I did my best to make him look good though.
Yeah,
But,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what?
This shit's gonna drag on for months.
Yeah, I think so,
It's
too.
gonna be fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think so.
It's gonna be the worst thing in the world for the country.
I just hope people keep their shit together, man, and keep a level head.
Nobody's gonna do that, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's gonna get. I mean, I see like people in my class. Like, I had no idea. Like, okay, and maybe it's a time where I'm gonna turn 40 this year or this month, and
Congratulations, man! Cheers
right,
to that.
Yeah. And I remember like I really didn't give a fuck about who was president. Like even when Obama was a president, I didn't really care.
You're the same age as me. I'll be 41 in March, right?
Yeah, right?
So fucking.
Yeah, but how old are your kids?
So I got a 5-year-old and a 9-month-old.
Did everything kind of shifted then?
Yeah, so maybe that's what I'm like, because I was talking to my buddy about this.
But also what woke us up a little bit too, or my patriotism.
Period.
Honestly,
period.
period.
Right? That's just it.
Because prior to that, like I was always American, born, bred.
Yeah, my dad fought in Vietnam for us. You know what I mean?
But we didn't understand till 9/11, right?
Yep.
And it takes shit like that to fucking put it in perspective.
I think that's honestly it. And I was just talking to my buddy about this. I was like, when did I fucking become old? You know what I mean? Like give a fuck about politics and like all this. And he's like, I think you know what it is like you started having a family. You really are working more.
You're thinking about the future, man.
Your money.
Yeah.
How's your money coming in? What your taxes are doing? I mean, you do. We do get older, and we look towards our kids' future. I mean, this is America, for fucking Christ's sake, dude. I mean, we actually can do a podcast and make money off of this shit. You know what I mean? Like
a little bit of money.
Yeah, it's very little bit. We ain't Joe Rogan money yet, though, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna get there.
Yeah,
we're gonna get there. But like, that's what I'm saying is like, this is American opportunity. I mean, this is why, obviously, people from Mexico want to fucking come to this country because it's fucking the land of the freedom.
It's awesome. I mean, it's not only Mexico. Look at. That's how everybody
look
fucking
at
came
New
here,
York.
right?
Look at New York.
Unless you're Native American, right?
Yeah,
like,
I know. Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at the short
But
end
New
of
York,
the stick.
like back in the 30s or 20s or early 1900s.
Yeah,
Think
Florida.
about how many.
Look at Florida. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. You know?
See,
I mean,
and
I
that's
have
what I'm
like
saying.
1% native blood or something like that,
Yeah.
which is, I don't even know if it's 1%. I think it's like, I don't know. I did whatever that bullshit is.
I know. If I do one of my heritage,
I ain't
check
claiming
things,
nothing. Yeah,
they'll be like, "I'm Native American." I'm like, I thought I was Mexican this whole time.
No, I'm a mutt, man. Like I'm German, and actually, I'm 60% Italian. Believe it or not, but
Really?
yeah,
Nice. That's why you like that proper 20.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Well, no, that'd be an Irish.
That's Ireland.
That's
yeah.
Ireland. Yeah. Well, maybe this Buffalo Trace. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm more Native American than I think.
Yeah, hell yeah. Just being a bow hunter, man. Shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Throw it back to that.
I like Kentucky stuff though, dude.
Yeah.
I do.
I got to be careful, man. I'm allergic to it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about American-made whiskeys.
Really?
But I break out in handcuffs, man.
Oh, that's fine.
That shit makes me want to roll.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like, I'm ready to go.
It's the devil,
The
man.
Irish stuff, I'm all right, man.
Really?
But, yeah.
That's kind of how
It took
I
me
am
a
with
lot
that.
of years to figure that out, but
That's how it's like I can drink any whiskey, but when you give me the tequila, man, there's
yeah.
the old fighting Luke gets back.
Oh,
out,
yeah?
you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
But like,
Me on tequila is just party time.
yeah.
Let's roll. Where's the sombrero?
Yeah, you're ready.
We're
to go
going to the
next
club.
Yep.
Senor Frogs. Where's the barber's chair? You know, whatever.
Yeah,
So,
you're ready to go. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I just I like my liquor though. I do. I like man beer. You know, I'll drink beer, but man, if I get bloated real fast lately.
I stopped drinking beer a couple years ago, man,
Yeah.
just because what it does to my body, man.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of
fucking
weight,
fucks
gains a
me
lot of
up,
weight.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I have a hard enough time anyways. And being our age, you know, we're starting to get
the
into that. Where
metabolism
it's like
shuts down and everything.
you start changing what you do and what you used to do. You
Yep.
know?
Oh, believe me, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm definitely there. Fuck, I used to fight at 155,
Damn.
and I'm right now.
Let's talk about that a little bit because
Yeah.
you had a UFC career, right?
did,
Like
I did.
in the early days, right?
Yeah, I was. I fought in UFC Fight Night 10.
Damn.
Fight Night 9, and then I fought in.
What are we on now? Like 255
Yeah,
or some shit?
255 now, and then I fought in UFC 78. 76 at the Prudential. When I fought.
I bet I watched you, man. I was a junkie from one because one was here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like fucking 12 years old or some shit, right?
Dude, I remember watching that on my dad's illegal cable box, right?
Yeah. We had to go rent it from like the video store, and it was in the porno section.
Yep, right?
It was
and
like
I remember,
NC-18 or whatever the shit.
Yeah, it was. It's crazy. And then, so what's nuts now is like I try to tell these guys that I coach, that get contracts. When I was fighting in the UFC, it was so hard to get in the UFC, right? But I knew I was going to get in there. In each weight class, there was only 25 fighters per weight class. 25 in the world. I mean, you're talking Brazil, Canada, United States.
And not all of them had the same skill set.
No.
I mean, it was so much more bar fight. Like,
you had the dominant wrestler.
I was a big Tank Abbott fan.
Yep,
you know
had
I mean?
the fucking
bar brawler.
one-hitter quitters, right? You had fucking the jiu-jitsu experts, right?
Yeah.
But it was just so weird because
I didn't even know what jiu-jitsu was before that. I mean, honestly.
Yeah,
it was an awakening.
It was definitely crazy. And so, like, I get these guys in the UFC now, they're like, you getting like 4 to 6 fight contracts. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Well, then you look on what's on the network. Dude, UFC's having fucking fight after fight every weekend. So they need fighters.
Sometimes it's 2 a week, right?
Yeah, dude,
like,
it's crazy.
There's a Wednesday fight night, and then fucking you got Saturday night, or whatever.
Yeah, and you just have so many more fighters now. And so it's good for fighters, I should say. But, when I was there, you lost, you got cut because there was somebody there. Which wasn't such a bad thing because, I made it to the UFC, and I think that's kind of where I kind of shut my goals off when I was fighting. I was so gun-ho just to be like, I had so many people tell me, why you fighting?
That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Man.
I should have had my goals a little higher, though. You know what I mean? Like, it was like...
story of my life, bro.
Right? Yeah, I hear you. It's like one of those things, like, everybody was telling me, why are you fighting? Why are you doing this for? And I was like, because I knew what I wanted, right? And the more people told me, when are you going to quit? And believe me, the money wasn't nearly as what the guys are getting now, like what Gaethje's getting. I mean, Gaethje gets, $50,000 a bonus,
Yeah.
Dude, I signed my first contract with the UFC for $3,000 to win and $3,000 to show, $3,000 to win. $6,000.
It's crazy.
And I got a bonus in one of my fights because it was one of those fight of the night deal. Guess what Dana White sent me?
$25.
$2,500.
Damn.
$2,500.
Going to Sizzler. Yeah. Taking the whole family.
Compared to what these guys are getting now, $50,000 a check.
Damn.
Yeah. $50,000 a check, dude. That's life changing right there for some of these people.
The sport has evolved so much since then, too, man.
It's crazy.
It's so much more surgent work compared to what it used to be.
I mean,
not that it wasn't tough.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It was tough then, but like the sport is just it's grew so much now, and I mean it's mainstream ESPN.
But it's given you pretty much a career in it for
Yes.
I mean, right now you're in Gaethje's corner, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
You're working with Trevor Whitman?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coach T-Man. That dude is solid, man.
So,
right?
Yeah, so when I was fighting, I was in Nebraska, and I'd come out here and fight, and I was the Ring of Fire champion out here, and Sven Bean was the major promoter out here at the time. He was like, man, I want to manage you, but you got to move out here and train under some of these guys, I want you to train with some of the top level, get the altitude training. And I was like, fuck, I got to leave home? Damn, I don't know if I'm going to do that, right? Like, I like Nebraska, And
you a Huskers fan?
Yeah, I am.
God damn it.
I am. I'm a big go Big Red, right?
All right. Jeremy, put a slash mark back there. No, I'm just kidding.
So I was like, all right, man. Well, I met a girl out here, too, at the same time.
I bet she's a CU fan, isn't she?
She was a Colorado Springs
okay.
person. And I was like, well, all right, let's give it a whirl. I come out here, closed everything up, moved out here with her, and sure shit, I moved out here a year later. I fought a few.
So you haven't left since then?
No, 2005 I moved out here.
Damn, been here a minute.
Yeah, 2005 I've been out here. In 2006 or 2007 I made my UFC career or debut in that, and then like I said, it was a short UFC run because I lost. But like I said, it was only 25 people, but that was the best thing that happened to me because I actually started fighting international, like, Canada, Japan. I fought in Saudi Arabia. I mean, and that was good money, tax-free money. You know what I mean? And
and you came up with some incredible fighters. Like,
yeah.
Do you know Brendan Shaw?
Oh yeah, dude. I trained with all those guys, like
awesome.
Shane Carwin, like.
Because you guys are around the same. We're around the same age.
Okay, yeah.
I know him from wrestling here in Colorado and stuff, and he's actually shout out to Pure Spectrum.
Okay.
He's involved with them.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Like
nice.
I don't know exactly what, but I think he's a partner with them.
It's so crazy to see Brendan where he's at now, right?
It's crazy, man.
So, like, dude. So here's a funny story about Brendan.
I love what he's doing though, man.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
I love his below the belt. Like
yeah.
I honestly love his below the belt.
I'm a big fan of the King and the Sting too, but I got to be in the right mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you. I'm a fan of that too.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like I like it. Some of it is I'm like, okay, I'm enough. This is enough. But then like other days I'm like, fuck yeah, this is good shit.
Yeah.
But Brendan, I remember him coming in just as a boxer. He was an amateur boxing doing Golden Gloves here, and I'm already fighting in the UFC. And, fucking, he's working at a company called Hard Nutrition. It's a supplement company. Well, they started sponsoring, like, who's who. Like Shane Carwin, Keith Jardine, Rashad Evans, Nate Marquardt, and yours truly. The big names. Like me.
Hell yeah.
So I go there.
Go ahead and throw it out there, man. Come on. Give us the full name. Middle name, everything, bro. Little Hulk. Come on.
Little Hulk.
Yeah.
And I go over there and I had to go get my check from them, right? They're paying me, fucking good money. And to advertise for them. And they got me on cards, big posters. And Shab's like, he hands me my check. And he's like, fuck, man, I can't wait for this day to come for me. I'm tired of working as a sales rep here, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, man, do you think I got it? You think I got it? I'm like, man, here's the deal, dude. I didn't have it. But you know what gets you there? Fucking hard work. And you just got to keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to have drive. And
that fool was an athlete, man. Like,
yeah, dude. He's so athletic. I mean, you saw what he did on The Ultimate Fighter. I mean, that's where he got it. And like, he is so athletic. He was a good football player, right? And he's a very gifted dude. And no matter what he does, it looks like it turns into pretty good fucking gold, right? Like,
yeah, man.
Now you got him doing the Thick Boy Biker Club, and I mean, he probably sells more merchandise and makes a great living off of that.
And the thing I love about it is he's just being himself.
Dude,
I mean, really.
It is. And
you can't be on that many shows and that many things and that many platforms.
And pretend there's something that you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, being in a podcast now is like, be who you are. And people are going to love it,
I think that's what people want to hear today. And I think that's why Rogan's had all the success. And
absolutely,
those guys, I hate to say it, but like Howard Stern and those sort of people are kind of old news, man. It's like, well, people can see through the bullshit a little bit.
Yep.
They
know. Well, they see so much reality TV that isn't reality TV anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
I've worked on a bunch of that shit. Believe me, it's scripted, bro.
Yeah, well, and speaking of reality TV, so when they did like The Ultimate Fighter and stuff, and this is when like me and Cowboy Cerrone were training together, and Alvin Robinson, and like who's who in Colorado at the time. So we go out and try out for the Ultimate Fighter show, and we make it. We beat everybody's ass, like obviously, to make it on the show, right? And UFC wants us. They're like, oh man, you guys are good. Well, at the time it was Spike TV running the show, right?
Yep.
and they set us down to interview, and they were like, "Hey, what are you gonna do if someone pisses in your bed?" Oh, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do? You think I'm gonna get on national television and get made fun of? Like, hell no.
I'm gonna fuck somebody up.
Someone up. Well, that was the wrong answer, right? They wanted, retaliation. They want me to, do something, go take a shit in their bed or something like that, And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fucking get made fun of on national television.
All those executive producers and stuff, there's always some sort of don't believe everything you see on TV.
Exactly.
Unless even hunting shows.
Oh, fuck. That's why a lot of it was like when I had a producer. At one time, I hired a producer to help me out in the hunting show. He's like, yeah, we could do some retakes on that. I'm like, that's so fucking lame, dude.
Yeah.
This is not what I want to do. I want to keep it more real than anything. And so his career got cut with us, real fast. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so they cut us. They were like, oh, man, you guys, me, Cowboy, like guys still fighting the UFC.
Yeah.
Alvin, they fucking sent us packing.
Well, the time that you came up and where you came up, I mean, you're just surrounded by greats, and
I can't
so
explain like Saturday sparring at TSTKO. I mean, even the grudge times, like there was so many fucking GSP, Rashad Evans. I mean, we were surrounded by like who's who at the time. Like there were so many guys. I mean, like
and I don't think people realize how much of a hub Denver is.
Oh, Denver was a huge
like look
hub.
at Mark Montoya. Shout out to Mark,
Exactly.
man. Solid dude running Factory X, and
yeah, dude.
like we were talking before the podcast, he's
in
pretty much every fight. Yeah,
God bless him.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, but like, that's just. Like,
and he cuts out time to come do my podcast, or
dude,
like or message me. I mean, that dude is so gracious with his time.
Yeah,
man.
dude. He's there's a lot of times where he gets a lot of fucking stabs at him, and as a coach I get it. Like, fuck, man. I know we're jumping all over, but like Mark is generally a great fucking coach. That's why there's a lot of top UFC fighters going to go see him, right? He puts in his time. He fucking knows his fighter. He has game plans, right? But once a fighter fucking gets, well, look at Justin. Whoa, fucking, he loses to Khabib, right? Oh, what, you guys don't do jiu-jitsu or what? You guys don't fucking wrestle?
No,
you know what I mean? So, like, the keyboard warriors come out. Everybody comes out. And I think I saw the worst thing that people started talking about with the Anthony Smith deal.
Man,
with him.
Yeah, that was some
like,
bullshit, man.
Y'all some bitches, dude. Let the man
I started a little war. I went at Paul Fielder and DC and all of them, and I was like, yo, motherfucker. But that's besides the point. I don't want to get into that. But
it was so bad, but I'm just saying.
That's old news.
It's the same
but
thing.
It's bullshit.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, like, people are so uneducated when it comes to different things. Like, dude, I don't know shit about HVAC, right? Don't know shit about HVAC. That's why I call somebody that knows.
Do you know a good one?
Yeah, right.
I got some problems at my house.
I do. I know a ton of. And I say, it's not my business. I don't know anything about it, right? Same thing about wolves. I educated myself about wolves. I learned it. You know what I mean?
Same thing with me,
Before
man.
I fucking got in voting, we need to do this. We should have them in here. No, educate yourself. You know what I mean? Everything's on YouTube now. Fucking watch YouTube videos and see what's going on, right? Same thing with MMA. Like, you get some guys that come in the gym and they fucking think they know what the fuck they're talking about.
Or how about commentators that have never even
Yeah,
fought?
never even been
Come
in
on,
the
dude.
gym before.
That was like one of the worst things about ESPN, in my opinion, coming into it.
And, like, there isn't nobody that knows their fighter more than their head coach. Nobody knows that. Not his wife, not his girlfriend, not his mom and dad, right? There's nobody that knows their fighter more than their head coach because they literally spent 8 weeks together. And that's not, you're talking about a main event at the time. You know how hard it is to be a main event at a certain level in like the UFC, let alone a world championship fight? Anybody that's in that corner knows them a lot better than what you guys do, what people think they know. Yeah. And That's why it's just so hard for me sometimes just to listen and watch. And like that night after Justin lost, they're like, dude, you guys didn't fucking go over fucking, jiu-jitsu and shit. I'm like, nah, dude, we never thought about it.
Hey, real quick,
ever.
just to fill our listeners in that don't know maybe, because
Right.
we run the gamut on listeners, dude. They're from all over the world.
It's good.
Some of them are not UFC fans. Some of them are fucking rock climbers, mountain bikers.
Mm-hmm.
You just cornered one of the top. He's in the top 5.
Yeah, he was.
Easily.
He was the interim world champion.
Yeah,
He beat
exactly.
Tony
He had a
Ferguson.
fucking belt, right?
Yeah.
And, man, I'll tell you what. I'm a major fan of Justin.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Justin Gaethje.
Win or
man.
lose, he goes out there and fights for the fan.
And I'm even a bigger fan after watching him in the Khabib fight, man. The way that he handled that and Khabib's situation with his father.
Absolutely.
And taking a loss like that and then what he said in the press conference was
dude, he's a class
unbelievable.
Act. He's a class
And then
act.
the whole thing with Tony Ferguson too, like that was the fight prior to that. I mean, the dude he's a solid, just a good person.
As Justin grew up, me and him were training partners at the time. He wrestled at Northwestern. So he came when I was still fighting. I was at about the end of my career. I was fighting some shows in Canada. And I remember him come in, and Trevor goes, "Yeah, man, you can spar, but you got to put a headgear on. Go get some equipment on." And he looked at everybody. He's all like, "Why do I got to wear a helmet?" Right? And we're like, "Justin, it's called a headgear. Go put one on." Right? Well, dude, and it's just so I've been there from day one with him. So I've seen this guy learn how to throw his 1-2. And now look at him, So I've been with him from his World Series fighting. I would private train some people at the gym, and I'd make $50 an hour. So I'd train 2 people right away and get $100, right? Well, Justin would come up to me and he'd be like, "Hey, man, can I borrow some money for a haircut?" And I was like, "Dude, you're going on a fucking fight tomorrow." You're making fucking $60,000 for this fight, and you ain't got enough money for a fucking haircut. But I've been there. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
The fighter lifestyle is rough, dude. Like, it's rough. And I was like, "Yeah, man. Here, let me pull out my wallet." And I look, and there's a $100 bill in there, and he takes it from me. And I'm like, "Well, I thought you needed 30."
Yeah.
He goes, "I'll pay you back. Don't worry." And I don't know why I didn't go to that fight where he was at. I think it was over the 4th of July, and I go home, and I said, "Nah, man, I'm not going with you on this one. You got to go on your own." And we watched him. He won. He came back in the gym next Monday. On Tuesday, after he cashed his check, and he came in and gave me $300 off that $100.
Oh, shit. Little bit of interest.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "You didn't need to do that."
See, that's a good motherfucker right
Dude,
there, man. That's
and
that's
ever
good
since
people.
then, I was like, dude, I hold pads for him and just help him out. And every time we would fight,
God damn. How do you take his leg kicks too?
oh yeah, dude,
Damn, dude.
we me and him would
I wouldn't
spar.
want to fuck with you, Luke.
Me and him would spar, and I'm telling you, dude, it's fun. It's fun going with him, and like this last fight before the Khabib, I only did 1 round with him, but just to show him I still got it. I'm still daddy. But fuck, dude, I could not do, let alone 3 rounds, let alone 5 rounds with him. Dude, I did 1 and I was done. I was like done.
The
But, yeah,
tempo that he had in the Ferguson fight was
unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable. And even in this last one, I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you're going against.
and I don't want to sound biased, but I mean, like Khabib came back in the locker room and he goes, "I've never been kicked like that in my entire career."
I'll bet.
And he goes, "I didn't want to get kicked anymore." And I think personally, he was probably like 2 or 3 kicks away from making this guy go to his back and trying to pull a guard. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and that's the fight game. And did we know he was going to do that? Fuck yeah, we knew. We had black belts on him. We had #1 wrestlers in the country on Justin. Holcamp, Ryan Deacon. Nobody did that to Justin. Justin got up. Justin would scramble. But when that first takedown, Khabib took Justin down in that first round, and he mounted Justin that fast, I look at Trevor and I said, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I said, oh fuck. I did. I said
That guy
oh, fuck.
is a fucking surgeon.
He's the man. He's the man. He's
in my opinion, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's no doubt about it.
but I'm just a nobody. I'm not a fucking commentator.
Yeah,
or
but
fucking any,
I'm telling you right now, like, and I'm not saying that because he beat Justin. I'm saying that because he beat everybody.
Yeah.
In the level, like I was just telling you, man, like to be in the UFC, like you got to be, you're better than most.
Well, even
right?
his fight before that with Poirier. I mean, look
what
at
he
that
did.
dude. Yeah.
Well, Poirier came back and said, he goes, I can't get him off me. I can't get him off me.
Yeah, if you listen to what Poirier is
yeah.
saying in the corner, he's never said shit like that. Yeah.
He's like, fuck, dude. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
He fucking does it. And, man, Khabib's a different specimen. I'm anxious to see what he does next. Like, I don't know if he's going to retire.
You think he's really retired? I'm anxious to see what Justin does next. I mean, I can't wait.
For my guy, Justin,
I want to see a rematch, honestly.
I hope he retires because, you know, he did it. You know what I mean? Like, his mom wanted him to stop fighting. He doesn't want to do it without his dad anymore. He wants to coach now, take over his dad's legacy in coaching. Is there any more big fights for him? I mean, the only fight that I see that probably gets his Becker hard, the GSP fight. And that's a super fight, and that's a super big money. I mean, the fight against Justin, he made $10 million.
Yeah.
That's
maybe it's the proper 12 talking, but you think we'll see McGregor?
I don't think that's the fight he wants anymore. He's done with him.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the fight Dana White wants.
I'd like to see it. I'd pay
as a fan.
I'd spend my hard-earned podcast money to watch that.
As a fan, yeah, you definitely want to see that because.
But that's what I love about Justin because he doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't care about a lot of that, right?
No,
like he's just kind of he's Justin.
Justin is the most humble dude out there. There's only been a couple incidents where guys have, like Michael Johnson, talk shit, James Fick talk shit to him, and that's what happened to them, you know. And I think if Khabib stays retired, Justin's gonna get McGregor, Poirier rematch, and those are all big money fights for him. So, fuck yeah, it's cool. Justin set himself up perfect. You know what I mean? Like, I know Justin wants to be a world champion, but listening from a guy that's fought and done this shit, Justin, take this fucking fights. You know, do what you gotta do. Go out there and win. But guess what, dude? You're fucking making real money now, dude. You're almost at that fuck you money. Yeah, you know what I mean? With the pay-per-view money,
man.
The pay-per-view money is really nice. That's where you make the money. And like the McGregor fight, dude, would be a huge fight for him. And you know,
I want to see it.
I do too. I want to see it too. And yeah, dude. You know, I'm really anxious to see what happens with Khabib first. You know, obviously Khabib's the real champion, and he deserves whatever he wants. You know. I think the only one that really makes sense is that GSP that people want to know, like, oh, fuck, I want to see GSP. The only shitty thing about it, though, there's GSP is a Canadian. Fucking Khabib's a Russian. Where's the American at? God damn it. You know?
Oh, talk about Americans. I was watching Fight Pass, and it was something for Halloween, and it was Butterbean versus fucking Zaire or something on Pride. Did you see that shit?
Dude, that shit was the best.
Seen that shit, dude.
That shit was the best, dude.
It looked like two bowling balls with neck fat going at it, dude.
Swinging, dude.
And when they were on the ground,
look like roly-polies, dude. Fucking roly-polies.
It almost looked like a takedown just from going from the back to.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, those are the days, though. Like, Pride was a great organization.
Oh, man.
That was one.
I was kind of sad to see it go away.
Yeah, that was one organization that I never fought for. That there it is.
Look at those dudes, man.
That was an organization that I honestly would have loved to fought in. You know what I mean? Like, dude, Butterbean was the shit too, man. He didn't give a fuck. American fuck.
Who the fuck did he fight? He fought a professional wrestler or some shit, right?
Dude, he's fought
He's fought all kinds of fucking people.
Dude, the other one is Bob Sapp. He fought Bob Sapp. Check out Bob Sapp and Butterbean, I think.
I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Bob Sapp. Bob Sapp was a huge, big old black dude. There he is. Yep. Dude, I haven't. Dude, this is the shit that I grew up watching.
Yeah,
I was
me too.
This is the one I want, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Look, this dude was a monster.
God damn.
And their
man.
production in Pride.
Yeah, look at that. They got fucking pyro and shit.
Oh no, this is sumo wrestling. What the hell is this? They made big money in sumo wrestling, dude.
Damn.
Is that Butterbean?
This is ridiculous.
Is that Butterbean?
It's gotta be, dude.
That's what it says.
That guy would take a paycheck for anything.
Oh yeah,
man.
they took some money here, dude. Dude, they made great money, dude.
He ended up living in Japan or something,
I
right?
bet,
For
dude.
a while. Like,
Dude,
he was a superstar. Yeah.
Dude, that's like Bob Sapp.
Oh, damn, dude.
Bob Sapp. Dude, Bob Sapp was a monster, dude.
Hey, look up Bob Sapp, man, because that guy was fucking huge. Did he play in the NFL?
Man, I don't know, but I remember you could see him watch. You remember watching the movie Longest Yard?
Yeah.
The newer version, dude. He was in that. He was the best. Bob Sapp was a monster, dude. Just fucking.
God damn.
He had no technique. He was just straight trying to fucking smash you.
Look at him just getting a hold of this poor guy.
Yeah, once you got a hold of you, you were
damn.
done. Dude, could you imagine having him on top of you?
No.
Look at him. Look at him just smashing people. Guys couldn't breathe, dude.
God damn, dude.
Dude, there's this one time I think he swung so hard and missed the guy, and he hit the ref, and the ref was so out.
God damn, dude.
Look at him.
Look at him. He's
Look at
like
that guy.
windmilling,
Look at that guy. Oh, it's the best, dude. Bob Sapp was the
Holy
best. Look at him.
shit.
Just clubbing.
Is this a boxing match or a fucking alley fight, dude?
I think he got beat up here by Hoos with his leg kicks.
God damn.
I think I know he got beat up by a couple K1 guys by leg kicks because they were just kicking him.
See if you can find the Butterbean Bob Sapp fight, Jeremy.
It was Pride for sure, or Bushido. Bushido was another one that they would hold.
You didn't have this much fun at the White House, Jeremy.
No.
Hell no.
It was way better.
Hell no. I don't know if that's it. I thought they. Oh shit! It is. Look at him. That's called gravity. That's called gravity. It wasn't knocked out.
Man, it shook his titties right there, man.
Oh, look at his titties, fucking. Look at him just waiting. He says,
It's like,
"Hit
come
me."
on, motherfucker.
He's like, hit me. Well, Butterbean was a great boxer, honestly. He was
Yeah.
like, he boxed. Look at him. Dude, the Japan people, dude, they love this
Oh, he
kind
was
of
a
stuff.
golden god there, man.
Oh, yeah.
He was.
He would sell, they would sell T-shirts, like, Butterbean T-shirts. And, like, this was all fighters. Like, I remember when I went with Jens Pulver, and he had a little evil shirts, dude. There was miles of little Asians, and he would get a shirt made here in the States for like $8, $9, right? He would sell that shit over there for $60 American dollars.
Damn.
And they would be
Like
miles.
you were the Rolling Stones
Yeah,
or some
dude.
shit.
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And you would just have miles of people waiting to buy. Like he would get shipments and shipments in for that week of him fighting out there because he'd make more money doing that shit.
Damn.
I was like, damn, what up with the internet? He was like, I don't gotta pay pay shipping on this shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
And I get it, you know. But
Man,
yeah,
that's
look
so
at Mike
awesome,
Tyson.
though.
They told Mike Tyson
Tyson's
loves
there.
it.
Hell yeah.
That looked like when Mike Tyson was all fucked up.
Yeah, that was a fresh tattoo.
Yo, I'm excited to see that fight, too.
Oh, dude, he
but
looks
I
like
heard
a beast.
some bullshit. It's going to be 2-minute rounds.
Dude, honestly, damn, look at him. Look how young he looks.
Damn.
Fucking old Bruce Buffer looks young as fuck.
I don't remember seeing this shit, man.
Yeah.
Who won that fight?
Bob, did he?
Yeah, I think so.
I know they did a cage fight or no, a pride fight, and I think Butterbean just whooped his ass, or Bob Sapp whooped his ass.
Because this was a boxing match, right?
That was a kickboxing.
Oh,
match.
okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Butterbean
damn.
did win.
Butterbean with the win.
The natural, yeah, part 2. That might have been it. But what I was saying is, yeah, in Japan, dude, like when you would go to those fights, it was the Tokyo Dome would be so full capacity. It's like that would be like having the
I've been
Dallas-
there. It's fucking crazy,
well, yeah.
dude. Yeah.
So you know,
It's huge.
it's huge, right? You could hear a pin drop when a fight would go off.
Oh, I bet.
And then when something like a good submission was coming on, they were so educated on the game, dude. They would start clapping, and then when the fight would get done, then they would go crazy. And that was probably something that was probably one of the coolest experiences. Honestly, it was.
I loved going to Japan, man.
Dude.
When I was doing rock tours,
Oh, I bet, dude.
it was the best time, and especially going with rock stars, man.
Yeah. Now, okay, so you're 41.
Yep.
When did you start doing that?
So I started right at age 20.
Oh,
I
fuck.
started with some bands right here in Denver, man.
How much drugs have you done in your life?
Man, too many. let's leave it at that, all right?
Wow.
And honestly,
you know,
the reason why I've had a career in it is because I didn't trip up like
Yep.
a lot. There's so many people.
Oh, I'm
that,
sure.
I mean,
Dude, believe me, UFC fighters are nothing like rock stars. Like people think they are, they're not, right? And I watched, what was that fucking the one on Netflix? What was it? Molly Crew. What was that?
oh damn, the Dirt or something.
yeah,
like
the
that.
Dirt, right?
That was actually pretty fucking
dude.
good, man.
I
Yeah.
fucking love that show, dude. I was like, I guarantee.
That was the heyday. I missed that just by a little bit,
Yep.
but I mean, it was still crazy. But what a lot of people don't realize is the crew guys and the management and stuff, they work, bro.
they're busting their balls.
They're
Well,
busting
yeah,
it.
without
20-hour
that-
days.
Without
Yeah.
that, there's no show.
But as hard as they work, they party just as hard too, you know? So when you have
It's
a
a
day
lifestyle,
off or
dude.
you
It's a
have something
lifestyle.
like that, yeah, you're
It's fun,
going to
though.
go hard in the paint.
Yeah, you're
especially,
definitely. It's a lifestyle. You get to travel.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, man, I'm
you're,
super
You're
blessed.
in the crew, man. You're
The only reason I'm not doing it to this day is my kids, man.
Yeah.
And as soon as my daughter was born, I was like, man, I don't want to be that old grumpy ass dude on the back of the tour bus, you know,
Yep.
divorced and fucking finding out his kid ran off with some other
yeah, or
dude
you missed
or whatever.
everything.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
missed
yeah.
everything.
You
right?
missed it all, yeah, because you're gone. You're
And I
gone
thi-
200 days a year.
Yeah, and I
you know?
think that's kind of where I'm at right now in my life. And granted, my wife likes me having me at home, you know, obviously, but like I like being in where were we just at?
Fight Island, right?
Yeah, Fight Island, Abu Dhabi. We were gone for 2 weeks, dude, because we had a quarantine, right, and everything. And dude, I took 7 COVID tests in that time.
It's crazy. I just went through that a couple weeks ago too, man.
Yeah.
I was
And I get
Yeah.
it. It's policy. It makes the show go on. You got to do it. But god damn it, dude! If we're in the bubble, how the fuck are anybody gonna get it? You know what I mean? Like people are in the bubble. Like why do we got to keep doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind 2 or 3, but goddamn, we did 7. Dude, my other
that
coach,
shit is not fun either, man.
no, hell no, dude. And it was just crazy. And 2 weeks away from the family was like I get to FaceTime them. You know,
It's not the same.
I had
I
to
mean, thank
sit-
God for it,
Yeah,
but it's
dude.
not the same.
I had to
right?
set my alarm because we're on totally 2 different time zones. Right?
Yeah, you're getting up at 3 a.m. and talk to your
Dude,
kids.
and it was just that part was hard, you know, and you know, like I told you, like I had to push this back because my daughter's dance and stuff, and like
I'm glad you did,
I'm
man.
try-
That is
I
the
appreciate you
most
for
fucking
listening.
important thing in
And,
this world, man, is your kids.
and
I
you know,
truly
for you
believe
getting
that.
being a podcast, that's the one thing I kind of hate because you're at the guest's mercy, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, and they're like, oh man, I got to reschedule, and I'm like, fuck, dude.
But believe me, you were so cool about it,
Yeah.
man. Like, I don't trip on
No,
that. And you
and
live down the road,
just
so I
because-
know.
Just because I know what it's like, though, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy to be like, "Ah, fuck," you know. But like, honestly,
But we're
like-
here doing it, man.
Yeah,
It's
I
all-
told
it's
you.
all
I
that
said,
matters. So.
I said, dude, I'd rather if we can do it a little later, let's do it later. And I'm glad like honestly, like I forget, like, you know, how fun this is actually podcasting.
It's great, man. It's been great to hang out with you. And for people that are just listening, me and Luke don't know each other. This is the first time we've ever really hung out. I mean, we know some people that know the same people or whatever, but that's about it.
Well, and the thing is
you need more ice, bro?
I have a little bit in here.
Hey, Jeremy, would you mind grabbing Luke some ice, brother?
Jeremy, we're good, brother.
You good?
Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
We're good.
Thanks, Jeremy. I got to give Jeremy a raise, man. You're fucking coming from the White House to this gig.
I know, right? I fucked up the other day. They were like, Cody was in there and he was all like, we were talking about craps and like me and my buddies, Justin and Greg, my business partner that was in it at the time for Gladiators. He's a millionaire, right? So he gambles big. We took to Saratoga for $51,000 one night on the craps table.
God damn!
And Cody's
I want to come with you, man.
Cody's like, and I started with $300. I shit you not. I walked out with like $17,000.
And this is why people lose their houses and shit.
Yeah, right. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna be a professional craps player. And yeah, well, 2 days later we go back there. I win another $7,000.
Hell yeah!
Shit you not, dude. It was a good run, but I haven't.
Where was this?
Saratoga.
Okay.
And I haven't had that run yet again, but
that's the problem. They got you for life now.
Yeah,
They'll get their money back.
Yeah, they do. And
just don't go back, Luke.
Yeah,
don't go back.
Well, and Cody was all like, and I'm still doing this shit for free, guys. So you got to watch what you say around here. Yeah, it was a good time, though.
No, I love having Jeremy here, man. His peace of mind. And he's a solid dude. We did an episode with Jeremy, just me and him, and it was one of the best ones we had, dude. And I can't wait to do another one with you, Jeremy.
It is because I do those with Cody too, because we just play catch up and you know, you get to find back the feedback on people like, oh shit. Well, it was kind of cool because Cody was like, you know, when Cody started out with me, and I've known Cody for a long time, and that's why like I knew his personality and I knew it, and I was like, I need someone like him, right? So when I asked him, I was like, hey, man, you want to be my bitch?
It takes a special someone. I would never say that to you, Jeremy. I would never say that. Jeremy's walking out the door right now.
He's even
like,
meaner.
But he knew I was joking, right? He was all like, dude, I think it'd be fun, right?
But that's how you guys roll on your podcast.
Right,
and that's what I love listening
it
to it because, and I hope to God, Kyle Duarte, if you're listening to this shit right now, I hope to God we're going to start our next adventure, man. But
yeah, it's fun when you can do that. I think well, like the feedback I get from people is like, dude, you guys remind me of me and my boys.
Exactly.
And that's honestly the truth because
we're a little more serious here, Luke. So
yeah, obviously, huh? Obviously, you
can give me some shit though, man. I love it, man. I think it's great.
I think it's and it all kind of depends on your guest too. You know what I mean? Like. What the thing I've noticed
when you have a biologist on that's been a biologist for 45 years,
that would be tough. I'd have to be like, hey, I'd be like, Cody, go get him some shrooms or something, dude.
Let's get the barn.
I mean? Yeah, let's get him high or something, dude. And yeah, so speaking of that, I got to tell you this funny story. So I don't do drugs, right? Like I'll drink, and I'm not a big marijuana fan, but you know I'll smoke here and there, and like I'll do a gummy bear here and there, right?
There's something right there.
Yeah, right. So to tell you this whole story, like I'm on this, just come back from Abu Dhabi, so my sleeping schedule's just fucked, right? And I'm trying to be Mr. Super Dad. And
for all you youngsters out there,
yeah,
it's not easy when you get our age, bro.
Dude,
like,
it's not.
We're not old men, but it's not easy.
And my wife thinks like I was on vacation for 2 weeks, right? Like that's what she thinks. Like I'm setting my schedule to call my daughter when she gets out of school. Well, you fucked up
because your Instagram looked like you were drinking Coronas in the pool.
I was getting Venmo. I was getting because it was like $10 a beer, right? Yeah. And I was like, man, I got a good idea, Ben, because we were quarantined. I was like, man, I wonder if we could get some people to Venmo us some money to buy us coaches a beer. Dude, that led to fucking $500.
Damn.
I got 500, but guess what?
That's 50 beers, bro.
We drank all of that shit, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was good. It was a good time, and I thank you for all you guys that Venmo'd me. I did. But So my sleep schedule was so jacked up, right? And I come home, I'm like, man, I gotta fucking play with my kids, hang out with my wife, help around, send her mom back home. I can take care of this shit, right? Well, that was a mess. I had a 9-month-old, and dude, I'm like dragging, and like at 7 o'clock at night, I'm crashed. I'm done, and I'm going back to work trying to teach class, right? Jake's gone for doing Gert's Bellator fight. Now he's gone for Ian for UFC fight. And I'm like, I got the gym. Don't worry. What was I thinking, dude? My eyes were literally burning because they were so tired, right? So tired. And I was like, man, screw it. I'm going to go back home tonight. It's Thursday night. I ain't got shit to do tomorrow morning. I ain't got nothing, but I get Marcus up. I hang out with him. I'm cool. I'm going to get high as hell and go to sleep the whole night because my problem was I'd fall asleep at 7 at night here. By 1 o'clock in the morning, I'd be wide awake.
Right.
And now I did that for like 4 days when I got back here in the States. I was like, God, dude, I was just killing me. And I'd be up from 1 o'clock to the whole day, right? So I was like, dude, I got to get back on the sleep thing. Well, my shop is a wood stove. Like, I got to have wood in that bitch. That's what heats it, right? And I was like, man, it's too cold out here. And I knew I had some gummy bears. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to take a 10 mil, just a 10, right? I popped that bitch. I ate that motherfucker. I went into the house, and I sat on the couch, and I closed my eyes, and I was out. The gummy didn't even hit me yet, right? Like, I was just that tired.
You were just tired.
My daughter sleeps in my daughter's sleeping on my bed with my wife, right? And I was like, fucking, I'm just gonna sleep out here on the couch. And I thought it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning when I woke up, right? Because I had a piss. I woke up. It was like 2 hours later. It's like 9 o'clock, dude, at night. And I woke up.
I don't fuck with the edibles, man. I can't handle
Not
it.
even thinking about the edible at the time.
That's a whole nother ride. You don't know what you're gonna get,
dude. I had no idea what I was gonna put myself into. I literally got up, and I was like cotton mouth like a motherfucker, right? So I'm like,
I'm hungry.
I'm like, I'm literally underneath the faucet, like a dog. The cups are right there, dude. I didn't care. I'm just like, oh my god, shit, am I high? Right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go piss, right? I can't find the light switch. Fucking my own house, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, right? So guess what I do? I sit on the toilet to piss. Right? I sit on the toilet to piss. I'm there, and I'm like, I get up, and I'm like, I'm fucking high. I'm tripping, right? And I'm like, I'm cool. I'm just the weed, right? I'm cool. I'm not going to fucking pick my daughter up. I'm going to let her sleep in there. I'm going to go to her room. I'm going to sleep in her room. My wife or my daughter has like these little planets on her fucking ceiling and stars, glow in the dark deal. And I'm looking at them, and they're just start fucking. They're glowing so bright, and then all of a sudden, fucking, I'm like, fuck, man, close your eyes, just go to sleep. And dude, every bad fucking thing in my mind, I couldn't breathe.
Oh, it'll bring out the demons,
I could
man.
not breathe at all. I was like this. Because I was having a panic attack, dude. I was literally having a panic attack. And I was like, fuck me, Luke. Calm down. It's just the weed. Dude. You
got to get up and go for a run or some shit at that point.
No, because I would have fucking grabbed my gun and started thinking bears were after me or something. I literally sat up in
I think you're much better off just smoking the flower, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Because it doesn't do that to you.
Yeah, I should have done it. Dude, honestly, like I said, I'm not a big guy that does it, but I'll dabble with it a little bit. Like, I'll smoke a joint here and there and smoke a bowl with the guys.
Or start off with the small. They make like 1/4 milligram doses of.
Yeah, 10 milligrams.
That'll help
like
you sleep, man.
Right?
Hey, I'll tell you what. Shout out to Pure Spectrum. They're one of our
There you
sponsors here. But just the CBD, there's no THC in it, so you don't get high. But you get all those effects that you would get.
That's why
like
I like
sleep.
this shit.
Yeah.
Here.
What do you
Same
got
thing.
there?
Well, this is the energy one, but this is the Kill Cliff. They do a CBD one.
Oh,
Dude,
hell
it's
yeah.
the fucking bomb. I mix all my drinks with them. Like, they're...
Are they a sponsor of GU?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah?
And honestly, dude, they taste.
We're not
so
doing
fucking-
commercials right here. We're
I
just
know.
talking shit.
This is a real good thing right now. No hard sales, goddammit. But if you type in GU, hey, I'm telling you,
What's your code though? If somebody wants to go buy some.
So Killcliff, if you guys want to try it, GU 15, you get to save money on there.
If you want some Pure Spectrum, it's TMS. You get 10%. Actually, I think right now it's 25%
oh shit,
off.
that's a good buy.
Yeah,
dude, I'm
It's
telling
good
you,
shit.
CBDs is where it's at, dude.
it is. And Pure Spectrum, I mean, they're
I had some
sanctioned
Pure-
by fucking
Yep.
Olympic Athletic Commission. Schaub's a big fan of them.
I had the drops.
yeah,
the drops underneath the tongue.
tinctures.
Yep.
I'll hook you up with some shit before
yeah,
you leave.
yeah, they're good.
I even
man.
got some stuff for your old lady. You don't want the face cream and all that shit.
Yeah,
but,
I don't want that.
But I'll send you with some.
Nice.
Remind me.
All right, cool. Yeah, like I'm a big fan of the CBD though, because it doesn't fuck you up, like get you high or anything like that.
Hey man, I haven't had a chance to. Thank you for the gifts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
shit, it's
that's
all
awesome,
good,
man.
Well, you gotta give what's the name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy a bottle opener. Then
Yeah, hell yeah.
it's a GU bottle opener. They're pretty good.
I'll take one of those.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet, dude.
But yeah, let's talk about your podcast a little bit, man.
Okay.
Because I tell people where they can find it.
So,
Because it's a little bit tricky, man. Like honestly, I had a hard time finding it.
Yeah,
because
it's,
I'm so used to going to Apple or something
yeah,
like that.
well, you can get them. We are on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and now, but like where I started was Podbean, and the only reason I started with Podbean is because I was asking Aaron Snyder because he does Cafarocast. Okay, what do I do? I was pretty much just asking him, "Who you with? Who's your domain?" I knew nothing about podcasting, and I still don't, honestly.
But you had one of the podcast gods help you out a little bit too.
I
like
had-
Rogan's in your corner, right?
I had some great help. I've had Rogan help me out. I've had Snyder help me out. I mean, like if it wasn't for guys like Aaron Snyder and I mean, I'm hoping Rogan will one day jump on, but he doesn't jump on podcasts. You know,
He's a busy man, dude.
you know, he's so
Well,
busy.
he's doing like 3-4 a week. Like,
Yeah.
shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
Is fucking amazing, man.
I
in my book,
like
but-
honestly, like the best thing that he told me was, "Be you. Don't worry about being an image. Just be you and do it." And honestly, I kind of took that and I just ran with it, and it's honestly been the best advice I've ever gotten. And he
That's how it should be, though.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
He gave me some good advice, and same thing with Aaron. He's all like, "Dude, look it, you guys are on podcast 20. I was like 21 at the time, and he goes, and you have this many downloads." I said, "Bro, the downloads. I was happy that I hit 500 at probably at this point with you.
Hell
you
yeah.
know." And he goes, but it was different though. Like you know how I was fighting back in the day of the UFC and shit. Like you paved the way for the UFC, right? Like you paved for the way. Rogan is that pioneer of podcasting for us. He's paved the way. Why do people listen to podcasts now? He's probably one of the main ones that why people listen to podcasts.
100%, man.
You know what I mean?
And he's fucking great at it, man.
And like people are like, dude, he made that much money off it. Yeah, fucking right, he should.
Yeah.
I mean, he touches. I mean, you look at his downloads, like for the election. Did you watch what he had on YouTube, the live stream? He had over 6 million people logged on.
I actually watched some of the live stream.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, man.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm either going to watch CNN
Yeah, exactly.
and these assholes talk about shit or Fox News,
Absolutely.
and they're just going to promote their side and
That's
fucking
exactly
blow it
why-
up and blow it out of proportion. Or I can listen to Rogan, somebody that I like to listen
he
to
had
already.
both parties. He had both party guys on there, and you could see it, dude. You could
Yeah.
see.
I was kind of bummed Alex Jones wasn't on it, though.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, how
That
cool
dude
is
is
that guy?
fucking-
I want to just go out drinking with him, dude. You know what I mean? Like, how fucking cool would that be to go
Dude,
out
he's my
drinking with?
favorite.
He is
Yeah.
so
I'm
fucking
so
cool,
upset that he's been like ostracized from, well, kicked off of everywhere.
right? Like he
It also makes him much cooler, but
he is so fucking awesome. I love that dude. Like he really is. But like I watched that, and at one point, dude, Rogan had 6 million people watching on YouTube, and you
Yeah.
tell me that like people on election night are watching that over fucking mainstream media.
They should.
They get it.
Because it's fucking real, man.
They're starting
it's
to get
real
it.
shit. Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn, dude. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Monster, dude. But yeah, so my podcast is GU Unfiltered. We talk about pretty much everything. I mean, obviously, I do a lot of outdoor.
Talk some shit.
Yeah, we definitely talk some shit to each other.
I love it. It's good stuff.
We have
Cheers
fun.
to that.
Yeah, we definitely have fun on it. You definitely don't want to listen to it when your kids are around. But I'm telling you, we have fun. It's we've had a good run so far. I think we're on podcast 34, 33, and I've had some great guests, great help on them, returning guests. I mean, that's kind of like how I've been doing it. Like, I watch the downloads, and I'm like, oh, I got to get him back on, especially for being an in-person podcast.
Sure.
Like, especially where we live at. Like, and I ask the people, what do they want to hear? And they tell me, same people, we want more of this, more booze with these guys. What I mean?
Don't come up with a drinking complex, but I've had a fucking blast with you tonight, Luke.
Oh, man.
We've done an hour and a half.
Yeah,
in
it
fucking
happens,
no
right?
time,
I
dude.
know.
And we don't have to rush out of here either.
No.
So
The biggest ones I've had are like the ones I don't even, like, I'm thinking an hour podcast, right, is ideal, right?
yeah,
And I was like, dude, how does Rogan do
it goes
3?
by so
I was
fast,
like,
though.
how does Rogan do 3 fucking hours with people, right? Dude, when I have good people on and we having fun and we're just bullshitting, 3 hours, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is not good. Maybe I need to break this down. And I don't. Dude, it's the best. And it's so weird how like I said, I'm new to podcasting. I don't know. And I'm just kind of like you. And
Us too, man. We're honestly about the same downloads.
Yeah.
Like, what episode are you coming up on?
I'm on 33, 34 maybe.
Okay, so
32.
we're a little behind the curve.
Yeah.
You're going to be 28.
Okay, cool.
For
Yeah, so
everybody
you're right there.
listening, so-
Yeah. I did. Like I said, I started doing Patreon episodes, so I'm on 4 on that. So that counts on them. That's for people that donate money to hear a little extra spice in your podcast, a little
Hell
extra,
yeah.
which is good because
This shit costs money.
it
man.
does cost money, and I can give my. I always call Cody my bitch, right? I give my bitch some gas money. I give my intern some gas money,
Jeremy, you're my co-producer, okay?
bitch.
No, you're my co-producer,
In a nice way.
bro.
In a nice way. I would never call you that, though, Jeremy.
Jeremy, you can't fight Luke.
No,
I don't want to fight
Luke's
you.
got too much experience.
can't. Luke can call me whatever he wants.
I'm taking resumes, Jeremy. No, it's honestly.
Man,
I
don't you
did-
still fucking Jeremy
I know,
for me,
right?
bro.
I did have you guys come out. You know what we should do? We should have you guys come out on the podcast, and me, you, and Jeremy, and then Cody.
Yeah, Cody and Jeremy could hang out. You and I could hang
Yeah,
out. It'd
dude.
be like a double date.
Dude,
Put us in a separate room.
No, nobody puts baby in a corner, baby. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on, bro.
No, that would be good if you
At
guys
least I'm
come out.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah,
dog.
right.
Go
That'd be fun. Like, have you and Jeremy come out and
Let's do it, man.
And me and
Hey,
Cody.
so listen, what we're doing here is I'm really vetted on the guests that I bring in. I'm not just bringing in people to fill the seat and
Yep.
fill the microphone. And
Well, obviously,
I don't want to hear
with
some.
me.
I don't want to hear some bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so what I'm trying to build is a community. I'm trying to raise some awareness. You've been in Colorado long enough that you understand. You've seen
Yep.
the influx here. You
It's
see
crazy.
how people are treating public lands that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yep.
And I'm not bashing them. I think a lot of it is education. Just
Yeah,
like we were going
yeah.
back to the wolf thing. It's all about being educated. And
Yep.
luckily, I grew up with grandfathers and uncles that were bow hunters and campers, and they actually did the right thing. You know, like they packed their trash out. They did the right stuff that you're supposed to do.
Yep.
And honestly, if I didn't do it right, there was going to be some consequences
Oh, dude.
afterwards. You know what I mean? So
And that's the problem, though. Like, and I don't want to be too harsh on it because,
no, go ahead.
like, I know, right?
The whiskey's flowing
I
right
know.
now. So
But, like, here's
listen
the
up,
thing.
motherfuckers.
Here's the thing. Like, I got a little brother, and I love my little brother to death. He's 29. I'm almost 40, right? We always call him the accident of the family, right? He was the oops, right? And my older brother and I are 3 years apart. He's my older brother. And I got a sister that's a cop in Kearney, and she's 3 years younger than me, right? And he's like the younger one, right? And just the things like I see him do, like my dad would whoop my ass if he would done that shit, right? And like it is, and I don't want to say it's the new millennials, but it is. It's just like, and that's kind of like where we're at in today's society. Like, damn it, dude, if you didn't get a fucking wooden spoon on your ass or a fucking belt, it's a different fucking thing. Like now you can't even fucking, you can't even spank your child, and not that I'm
Can't take your kid's iPhone away.
Yeah, right. Like it's
Because then they
totally
can't call social services.
Yeah, that's the thing, and like to me, like now that I have a kid, a 5-year-old, I got a daughter, and then she's my little princess, right? Like for me to even think about putting a hand on her is fucking like not even thought about it. But I try to scare her.
I think you can do it with words, though.
Right.
Honestly, man.
I
like,
try to
tone
scare
of
her
voice.
enough, yes,
Yeah.
where she knows right from wrong, and she can't act that way, right? And so, is there a way that I can bring her up this way and do it? I think so. I'm gonna try. I don't want to make her cry. I don't want to do it. But God damn it, if I have to fucking put my hand on her bottom, I will probably do it. And it will be, for everybody listening, it's gonna be fucking soft and it'll be like a yawn. But I want her to know. But God damn it, dude. And I'll probably go in my room and cry because I don't want to hurt her. But everything that my dad did to me, I'm so thankful he did.
Me too, man. Like I didn't grow up with a dad, but I at least had father figures. I had a grandfather and
so you
uncles
had same thing.
that fell into that
Luke,
role.
you should just like play your fight reel for her.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like
Listen to Daddy.
Like this is what Dad does. Well, I'm saving that for her boyfriends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have like my fight reel going.
Have you ever
nonstop.
seen that movie Den of Thieves?
Yeah, dude.
I love that
best.
scene, dude.
It's the
I
best.
love the scene where the kid shows up for prom or whatever it is, right? And he's picking up, he's all macking down the mom too, and he's like, "Hey, come here for a minute. You mind if I talk to you?" And he
come in
pulls
the
him in the
garage.
garage. It's
And-
just all these
fuck.
thug ass motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have like a bunch of Justin Gaethjes and
Yeah.
fucking all these guys that they watch, and I'll be like, "You don't have to worry about me.
Yeah.
You just gotta worry about these guys, you know."
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I'm not ready for that time yet. But
That's way down the road.
I know, but god damn it, that's a lot of beer and a lot of whiskey.
But it comes up
in
quick.
the
I
time.
mean,
I know
yeah, it comes up quick.
it is.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, like I'm so thankful that my dad and mom brought me up the way that I was. Like I had a curfew. Like I hated it at the time. A lot of my friends didn't have curfews. They could sleep over anybody's house they wanted.
I think there's a big disconnect right now too, because whether you have a cure for you or not, you can still get in trouble on one of these fucking devices.
Dude.
Like, look, I got fucking 3 of them sitting in front of me.
I know, right? Yeah,
And I can get in trouble on it.
yeah. Absolutely.
I can get in trouble for what I say right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The position I'm in. So
Yeah.
I think
absolutely.
the kids have a lot heavier crown to wear than we did when we were kids.
Yep.
Because a lot of the shit that I did and the
Oh.
bad shit I did
Yeah.
was under the radar. Nobody knows
Dude,
about it.
everybody's
you know?
recording.
Yeah.
Everybody has cell phones. There's
If you tweet something,
Oh.
it's there, bro.
Dude,
I mean,
yeah.
somebody screenshots it, it's
Dude.
there forever.
I'd have been so fucked.
Yeah.
I would have been so fucked, as a kid.
Yeah.
But like that, that's what I said is like, I'm so glad that I had the parents that I had. They disciplined me. They grounded me. Like I said, I got the belt to my ass when I was fucked up, and I deserved it, right? And curfews, like I know kids like don't want curfews nowadays and this and that, but dude, I'm telling you, it made me the person I am today, and I don't think I turned out all bad. I honestly think I could have been better. I think I could still do better, but each day I try to be better. It's so funny because you grow up hating your mom and dad at some point, like for doing all this. But I remember the time that I had my kid, And I remember calling my dad and saying, "Hey, thank you. I understand." You know what I mean? Like you get that, like, oh, I know why you did all this now. Fuck.
Yeah,
You know?
it puts it in perspective.
It does,
for sure.
and like even now, like I can still call my mom and dad now and talk to them and FaceTime them, and they're like, oh yeah, just wait till they become teenagers.
And that's kind of where I was going at with the outdoors, because I grew up in an outdoors family. Like, we didn't have a lot of money. And luckily, I grew up in Colorado, and I thought at 18 or 19 it was the worst fucking place in the world. I was never going to make it in my rock career and all the shit. So I moved to Hermosa Beach, California, and
oh, I'm sorry.
Where am I at right now? You know what I mean?
Colorado,
yeah.
right? Yep.
Hell yeah. And what put it in perspective was having my kids and being like, where do I want them to grow up? What do I want them to do? What do I want them to experience? What gave me life lessons? What made me a strong person? You know,
absolutely.
What did I have to persevere through?
100%.
And a lot of that goes back to the outdoors. And that was kind of my basis for starting this podcast. And I think a lot of people that live here now maybe take that for granted, or I think it's just different perspectives. Like, if you grow up in a city, there's literally people that come by and they clean the street.
Yep.
If you throw your fucking trash
100%, dude,
on the street, at some point, the street sweeper, you're going to pay extra taxes for it, but it's going to come by and sweep it up.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't happen here.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So
you know what you're saying that.
And it goes further and further. I mean, it's just being educated in what you're doing. It's for your own safety, man. Look at fires right now.
Oh, God, dude.
You know?
That was some scary shit, dude.
Yeah.
That, dude, my buddy, Ben Charrington is Justin's wrestling coach, right? And we were up in Abu Dhabi, and he has his family's homestead is in, where was it, Gunnison?
Oh, shit,
dude,
yeah.
They went from a level 2 was like, get your shit ready because you're going to be evacuated. 15 minutes later, like, get the fuck out, right?
Yep.
And he's in Abu Dhabi. He's helpless, right? His mom and dad are up there by himself. The cattle, dad's out there trying to get all the cattle rounded up, loaded out. Dude, and, he was a mess, dude. He was a mess. Like, literally a mess. I felt so bad for somebody because that's like one of my worst fears. It's like a fire comes in and destroys everything. You got nothing. So when we moved up here and we had that one fire in Bailey that one time, and I was like, I'm going to get everything on hard drives. I'm going to put them in my gun safe, and then I just know I got to go grab all my deer mounts and then those.
Fuck the family photos.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I gotta get that shit, and then we'll get the hard drive. But so I got hard drives going, right, and I was like, fuck it, man, I gotta get the hard drives rolling. And my wife's like, because my wife got like, we got 2 kids, that ain't even 5, that's 5 now, and we got so many photos. Of course, I like taking photos too, and she takes them, but. Dude, ever since that iPhone 11 came out, she's been doing portrait mode. Yeah. She's killing it, dude. She got the photos. We have so many photos, and I'm like, dude, there's no way in hell I'm taking all these photos if a fire came. So that's why I got hard drives. And I was like, dude, I got to do hard drives.
Yeah, that's the way to go, actually. Yeah,
way smarter, way small.
And your gun safe is fireproof, right?
Yeah, wow. That's a problem.
To the point.
To a point. You know what I mean? And...
when you're talking about 60-foot trees burning, maybe
I know,
not,
dude. And that's why I said, I was like, screw it. So I'm gonna get the mounts, guns, and hard drives. But so that made me actually go get a enclosed trailer too. At the same time, I was like, man, I better just, if fires are starting to break out, I gotta. But here's the thing, man.
But listen, if you lived in fucking Dallas, Texas, or something, or California. I'm sorry to say, man, I'll deal with the wildfires, man. I can kind of smell the smoke. I can see what's coming a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I can get a little bit of shit. An earthquake is like, boom. Tornadoes.
Boom.
You don't really fucking know, man.
I know.
And that shit,
dude,
I think it's way worse, man, honestly.
I don't know, man. Like, that's a good point. Like, what is really fucking the shit? Like, I don't think earthquakes are that bad.
Tsunami? Fuck.
Oh, that's bad.
That shit.
That would be
so
bad.
hardcore.
My
man.
brown ass would be straight drowning. I can't swim.
Yeah,
for shit,
my
dude.
white ass would be drowning.
A lot
And
of
I
people
even
would be
used to be
drowning.
a surfer, man. I'd be
Right.
looking for my paddleboard.
Like,
I-
honestly, like
Yeah.
I think honestly, a tornado. I grew up in Nebraska, so we had a lot of tornadoes. Where I seen what it's done. Fuck,
and
dude.
they always come in the middle of the night. There's never one in
Dude,
broad daylight,
dude,
right?
never.
Yeah.
And
never.
when it happens, it's nothing like you think, and it's always out in the middle of the field. The ones that hit the fucking city and the town are at night, and it's
Yeah,
scary.
I'll
as
take the
fuck.
wildfires, man.
Yeah.
I'll take the wolves. I'll take the bears.
Dude, earthquakes. I don't think they don't scare me that much. I mean, I know it's the earth.
Honestly,
shaking.
when I lived in California
I never
for
felt
20
one, so I
years,
don't know.
right? So the first two I went through were like pretty big. Nothing like San Francisco back in the 80s or 90s, whenever that big one was. But honestly, I slept right through them like a fucking baby, dude. But
Really?
I used to sleep on tour buses, you know? So you're
Yeah.
going down the road
Yeah.
and fucking it's
I don't know.
it's a whole different animal. Like
yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, tornadoes. I think would scare me because it fucking.
But I would
Yeah.
imagine if there's a big earthquake, like, imagine
Yeah.
if California broke off and went into the fucking ocean.
I wouldn't
man.
be too sad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too sad.
Well, maybe for San Diego.
You know, it's so funny because I got a bunch of buddies
Yeah.
that live out there. They train at AKA and
Yeah.
the gym out there, and they're like, "Hey, send me your address." And I was like, "What the fuck am I gonna send you?" They're looking on Redfin right now for places to live.
There's so many people
And
that.
I'm like, "Okay, hold on. You're gonna fucking come here and move here, but listen, I need to know where your fucking vote stands for, because that's the problem. Like, a lot of people will leave California because they don't like what's fucking going on, but they keep voting for the same shit
Yeah.
over and over.
Look at fucking Texas, man. On that Rogan podcast.
Dude, how scary was that?
That shit was blue for a long time, man. A long time.
but look
and
at-
Texas
and-
is the
and-
most Republican state.
It is, and it was like, what, 47 to fucking 50, dude.
Yeah.
And or something like that. And I was like, dude, Rogan, look what you started. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's not all Rogan. It's been
No,
happening
it's-
for a long time.
I
though,
know, but
yeah.
that's the thing. Like, he gets out.
But he's a big influencer.
That's
for
what I'm
sure,
saying.
yeah.
Like, he's the influencer, and oh fuck, maybe I need to do that too. And but they keep the same thing. They're like, oh, I gotta vote for like this because this is what I've been doing. Why would you continue to do that? I don't know, dude. That's why I say, like, I'm never into politics. But
Well, I
fucking
mean,
this
honestly,
year,
I believe that's why the wolf vote went through here. I
Exactly.
mean, and it was close, man. It was 50-50.
it's close. That was close.
Is it officially over, Jeremy? Can you look that up?
I'm pretty sure.
I think
Yeah.
so too. I think I saw a thing
Yeah.
too.
Like, wouldn't it make sense that if you move somewhere that, like, maybe there's like a 3 to 5 year, like, you can't quite vote on certain shit.
At least local
Well,
shit,
it's
man.
the same thing
At
like
least
a
regional
residency.
shit.
Regional, local,
Like a
100%.
residency, like
Yeah.
a hunt tag, dude. You can't
Yeah.
claim residency until after fucking a year or 2 years.
6 months, I think.
3
Is
to
it
5 might be pushing it. But,
Is
like,
it-
at least,
is that
no. I
like
mean, I'm
6
saying,
months?
no, I suggested 3 to 5. That might be a little bit harsh.
No, but I think
I mean,
it's
like,
si-
if maybe like a couple of years.
I
you
think for-
you
You
got to
earn-
at
you
least
earn-
be
you earn
over
it, right?
2 years, I think.
Yeah.
I think
2
for state
years.
residency, though, it's
It
6
is 6
months.
months. Now it hit me.
I'm pretty sure.
It is 6 months. Yeah, because, well, and the reason why we're saying 6 months right now is because for you to claim a Colorado hunting license, so for like a bull elk, right, or an elk tag, if you're an out-of-state resident, it's gonna cost you $600 and some change, $650 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's all saying approved, Bobby.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw it from Parks and Wildlife today. We actually reposted it, and
Yeah.
you know, like I said, there's some
Yeah,
light.
that's what I was just gonna say. I saw it on your Instagram.
There's some light at the end of the tunnel, man. Like Trump delisted them. That's huge in the lower 48. The wolves are delisted, so that means
All right,
you can.
and then what happens in January?
What do you mean?
When he's gone.
Well, yeah, who knows? You know?
Here's the thing: are we gonna hold the Senate?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. So then, there's hope for it. Like, here's the thing: like, as long as we don't lose everything, because everything has to go through the House, And the House right now is obviously Democrats. Senate is still Republic. Everything has to go through proper channels. So, as long as everything ain't one-sided, we still got hope. You know what I mean?
And Colorado Division of Wildlife has been awesome at managing game populations.
They are good, man.
For fucking a long time.
they're good.
Like 40 years, 50 years at least, right? They've got Colorado kind of on mainstream. So I am somewhat confident in, even with it passing, and we're still talking about there's 3 years before they even start introducing them. But not to get me wrong, there's wolves already here.
That's what I was just going to tell
Yeah,
you. There's wolves here, bro.
That's what I don't get. Like, why the I don't want to go off on this anymore.
And nobody will say there's wolves here, like the main people. But you
can go look at Colorado Division of Wildlife's reports, and they'll tell you there's an active pack in North Park.
Yeah, dude, we've seen tracks when we were out hunting, and we're like, dude, this is a wolf, right? So we get access on some private land. We're hunting. We just go knock on doors because we're hunting private. Obviously, the animals know where fucking private's at because they're safe there. So guess what? Dude, I go knock on the door. I try. What are they gonna tell me? No. I get bullshitting with the guys, with the farmer, the rancher, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, man, do me a favor. You see any of those coyotes? Shoot some of those coyotes, please."
Yeah.
And
same thing where I deer hunt.
Yeah.
The lady's like, "Can you please kill the bears?
Yeah.
Please. They're a problem. I'm worried for my dogs. I'm worried for."
Yeah, I know.
My own safety.
I know, dude. If they don't let like spring bareback open, goddamn, I hope they let like night hunting open. Because fuck, dude, that's a fucking cakewalk.
Helicopter hunting.
Yeah, dude. I could throw some spotlighting on.
Where it'll all be over is if they don't allow us to manage the wolves, if they take away dogs from being able to hunt lions, we're fucked, dude. We might as well be California. We're gonna be little California.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And here's what I say. Like I don't get real big into it, but like obviously, like I said, I'm getting older now. Maybe I do care now more than like how our country's ran and where my tax dollars are going. And I'm a big fan of our first responders. I'm a big fan of like law enforcement. It's one of those things where, defunding our police. I mean, come on, guys, that's not smart.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard
smart.
of. Yeah.
And I mean, what's the new saying? I'm gonna keep it honest. Sometimes I'm kind of retarded, right? But you still know, right? Like, you still know. But like, here's the thing: like, when it all comes down to it, and shit hits the fan, I hope you know what you voted for. It's all about being educated.
Well, that's just it. I think that this is a cat that you can't put back in the bag, man.
And not only that, but. And a lot of my friends, like, this is why I had to get off Facebook, because they didn't really give a fuck about Biden's plan. They gave a fuck about hating Trump so bad. You know what I mean? Like, they just were anti-Trump. And I get it. You don't like the guy. He cool, whatever. But at least look at the plan of what he's going to do. Dude, like,
it's all the division, and I hate to say it, man. I'm right in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
Because I agree with some things on both sides.
Oh, I get it. Dude, try talking into a family. I'm married into a family that loves this guy, and I love this guy, and I'm like, how do I keep peace in my house?
Same thing here, man. And it's dividing families, man. Yeah. I swear to God.
And to me, it's just like I keep it on one mind, and I'm like, it's cool. Like, we have fun. We send over different memes. What do you call those memes? Memes. And
mammograms.
Yeah. we have fun. And I'm like, oh, this was a good one. And it's just fun, right? So, like, But like when it's all said and done with, the only shit that you can really take control of is the people you take care of in your household.
Your own. Yeah.
Your own, man. And, you know, do I think Biden's going to come after my guns? He's not going to knock on my door and try to take my guns. I know that because I won't allow it. But is he going to take guns off where we can get guns and ammunition and, you know, ARs? I mean, it's always been a thing with ARs. Listen, I'm not, like, ARs are ARs. I've had an AR since I was fucking, I think, 13, 14 years old, right? I had a 22 AR, right, with the mag clip, and that fucking gun never killed anybody, right? Never killed anybody, never hurt anybody. Then I got old enough, I bought a fucking real AR, right? That gun's never it's barely killed a coyote because my ass can't shoot, right? But like I said, like it's in the gun safe, it's in a deal, it's in a thing. If you get educated on gun safety, and all I'm saying is
It just simply comes down to education in everything. Every life lesson is education, man. I hate to say it. Read those fucking books, you know,
it is, man.
Whatever it is, but like be educated.
If you guys are like me, fucking, you know, I do a lot of fucking audiobooks. You know, I honestly like, I don't like to read. Honestly, I don't. I honestly just, audiobooks is my shit. And I think maybe that's why podcasts are doing so well too. Because they get guys like Rogan. They get guys like, you know, Aaron, and they get guys like you, and they get guys like me. And they know that.
Thanks for putting us in the same class.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we're up here in the fucking in the sticks, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
it's not the sticks anymore, man. It's fucking
dude,
6 million people. So
is that what it is right now?
State of Colorado, 6 million.
Yeah,
crazy.
And you know, how long have you lived in Evergreen?
Well, I grew up here all my life.
No
my
shit.
family fucking homesteaded part of it.
No way.
And to the point, like some of my family, and I know I've brought this up on the podcast, has never even traveled really outside of Colorado. I have family members that have never seen the ocean.
Wow.
And they have no desire to. They're like, why would I leave here?
I mean,
I'm like, I get it.
I know. I do too. And I love that too about them. I honestly do. I just, goddamn though.
It took me a long time to figure it out. Yeah, 40 fucking years.
But that's the different thing too. Like my family back home, they're Nebraskans.
Yeah.
Like, they want to be Nebraskans. Do they travel? Yeah. But it's like pulling fucking teeth to get them to go somewhere with me.
Yeah.
Like me, I want to go see the shit. You know.
Yeah.
I've been all over the world. I love seeing new shit. I love trying new food.
But do you anymore? Like now that you've been all over the world, are you like? Do you still like get the bug? Like, oh, I gotta go see this, or is it?
You know, it's more like like this Abu Dhabi trip. Like I fought in Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, right? And I was like, I said, peace out. I don't need to see you guys again, right? I'm cool. And then Justin's trip, Fight Island, was obviously a little different experience. And I was like, damn, this is fucking sweet. It's cool, man. Like, it was cool. Because obviously I was getting paid, too. You know what I mean?
That's a big part of it.
That's the big part of it, right? Like,
all the times I've been around the world, I've never gone on, like, a full-on vacation.
Yeah. It's different. Vacation. Like, if I'm going to take my family, like, I was just talking to my wife right now. Yesterday, I was like, hey, you know what? Let's do Christmas a little different this year. And I don't know where this whole COVID thing's going, but I was just thinking out loud, like, hey, let's just go to Florida. Like, I want to go back to Mexico. I want to go back to Mexico and fucking, you know, get fucked up and have fun and be on the beach, right?
I love going to Mexico. That was like one of my favorite places to tour.
Yeah, dude, Mexico's fucking
it was
a great
awesome.
time,
yeah.
You know, especially if you get on one of those resorts, you know, and then you ain't gotta leave. You know, you're good. But I was like, all right, I get what you're saying. You don't want to take kids out of the country. You know, you're scared. Although you know, you got a bad motherfucker as a husband. You know.
and he's Hispanic.
Yeah, and I speak zero Spanish. I don't know. But so like I was like, all right, let's go to Florida. You know what I mean? let's take the kids to, maybe we can go to Disney World or something, or maybe we get in there. And she's all like, well, what do you want to do that for Christmas? I was like, yeah, let's do that for Christmas. I'd rather do like a family vacation, because we do a lot of like camping in the summertime, and I think that's more like my cup of tea with the kids. Like it's affordable.
The kids love it,
Dude,
right?
my daughter loves this shit.
My kids do too. They're like, when are we going?
Yeah, and we bought a little pop-up camper. When I went,
It's a shit.
When I
Got
went,
a heater, dog.
Yeah, when I bought all of that money in Blackhawk, I paid cash money for that shit. So I went and bought a pop-up for that, and I was like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna use it for good cause for my family. And because I was tired of sleeping on the floor, right? And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get a pop-up AC, heater, and that's been probably the best investment I've ever done. Because
For us too, yeah.
It's just awesome, dude. It really is awesome.
Do you have one of those off-road ones?
Yeah.
I have one that you can tow fucking anywhere.
Yeah,
man. It's
dude.
crazy. The
I
places
got
I've
a
taken
little
it.
toy hauler in front of it,
Yeah.
dude. It's dude, I bought it on Craigslist. So check this out. I got lucky. I was looking for a toy hauler to which I could put my ATV on it, because I'm thinking hunting, right? Not thinking of family, but I'm thinking hunting, off road it. I'm gonna take it places, use it. And
I feel you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, baby, this is perfect. We put all her bikes in the front, playpen, and I was like, man, we can do this. And she's like, all right, cool. I go to this place by the airport. Wait, I'm in Conifer. It's out by the airport. I go up there, and I only brought like $6,000 in cash, because I wanted a lot of money at Blackhawk, and they wanted 10.5 for this motherfucker. I went in there and I'm acting like I know what I'm really looking for. Well, does this water, is pump good? He's like, oh yeah, it's a nice camper. I'm like, and I don't know shit. It's a brand new camper, and I don't fucking know. And he fucked up. He goes, well, I bought this fucking camper next to me, and then we never use this camper anymore. It's just too much to crank up, and it was one of those box beds for his truck that's already up. He goes, this is all we do. And right now, I was like, how many times you had this out? He goes, 7. That's it? He goes, yeah, we never had running water in through it either. And I was like, damn it. I said, I know you want a lot of money for this thing, 10.5 for it. I don't got 10.5 for it. I brought $6,000 cash, and I hope you take it, because that's all I got. He goes, well, if it was just me, I'd say take it. But you know me, I'm a married man, and I got to run everything through the missus. And I was like, okay. And I was like, all right, she'll never bite that shit. She's like, get this Mexican out of here. She came out to me. She came out and she goes, what are you going to do with this thing? I was like, well, I got a fucking daughter, and she's 3 years old. And I said, I kind of want to just take her out camping. I said, my family took us out camping, but we were always in tents, and I just wanted to, do every other weekend at least. We live in Conifer. I live in Conifer. So if I come back out here, ain't likely, I'm not trying to lowball you. It's all I got. And guess what? I fucked up, because she took it and I got cursed with. Guess what I did? I got it all the way up to my house. And I lied, because I had money to give him, and I should have gave him more. The next day I go,
This is on the air, right?
Yeah.
You want me to edit this shit out?
No, this is real truth. I go to go get plated, right? I take it to go get plated in my name. I get fucking one blowout. I got a spare tire. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's crazy. Well, let's jack this bitch up. Bam. About fucking, and these are great fucking BFG off-terrain tires. All-terrain tires on this.
That's karma, man.
Right? It's karma. I'm a fan of karma, so I do it. I knew it, dude.
Yeah.
I go to the DMV up here in Evergreen, and I go back. Bam, the other tire blows. I'm fucked. I don't have a spare. I don't have anything. I gotta call AAA, and I'm waiting. I call my wife. She's all like, she hasn't even seen the trailer. She's all like, what kind of piece of shit did you buy? And I was like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not a piece of shit. I'm just kidding. I fucked him. I did. I fucked him. Yeah, dude. It was nuts, dude. I finally got
Well,
AAA
listen, you're
come
getting
out.
some good karma for coming on here, man.
I like
and,
it.
and I told you we were going to keep it short and sweet. So,
Fuck. It's never short and sweet with me.
yeah. But I want to have you back, man. This has been a lot of fun.
It's good.
I'm going to have to get some more whiskey when you come back.
I want to have you guys out. We're going to have you guys out.
Let's fucking do it, man. I'm all about it.
Let's have
But
you guys out.
before we jump off, man, I got to
up?
know, like, what do you guys got coming up fight-wise? Where's your gym? We didn't even get into any of the shit that I wanted to talk to you about, so we got to do another one, like in a couple weeks or something. Man. It was awesome.
I know.
So, but like, let's talk about Genesis real quick. Let's talk about your podcast.
Well, so I'm one of the head trainers at Genesis Training Center. I'm a former UFC fighter. My specialty, I was a wrestler, but I like knocking motherfuckers out. So I do Muay Thai. I teach Muay Thai. I'm a black belt underneath of Trevor Whitman, and Trevor is world
class coach.
Yeah,
man.
he is the man. Period. I mean, he's actually now he's doing Coachers Inside for the UFC, like commentating for the UFC.
That's right, man. That's awesome.
He's actually going out this weekend for the UFC. He's just he's a fucking philosopher, man.
He started a whole glove company.
Yeah,
right?
he does Onyx.
Yep.
He knows. I mean, he's been doing it for so long, and he knows what's good for people. I mean, if you haven't checked out Onyx Sports, he's the man behind it. Trevor is the man behind all the greatness fighters like Rose, Shane Carl. I mean, who's who in Colorado that's been there? Like, he's pretty much had a little seed in there, and not to toot on his horn, but there has not been one coach in Colorado to produce more champions than him. I'm talking boxing. I'm talking mixed martial arts. He is, and I'm lucky to it's kind of weird. He called me today and he's like, "Hey, when can I come out and hang out with you and shoot bows? Cause I have an archery range at my house." He has a trad bow. He wants to shoot more, and I'm like, "Man, let's try this weekend." He's like, "I can't. I'm gonna go commentate for the UFC." I'm like, "Well, you're fucked." I'm sorry, cause I got a family, And then he just got into guns. So he bought like three guns now, and he wants to go shooting. He called me like, "Hey, what scope do I need to get?" I'm like, "Let me handle this. I'll take care of you. Don't worry." And so it's just fun. Like Trevor's like getting into Trevor wants to run a world-class mountain training facility, and it will happen. It will happen. Watch. You know how like Big Bear is in California?
Yep.
I think that's what he wants to do here in Colorado.
That'd be so awesome, man. There's definitely the talent that's coming here already, man. Look at all the fighters that are going into Factory X and Genesis and like all these
Elevation.
Elevation.
There's so much like cross promoting, and Trevor cut back on all his people, right? Like I think he's only training 2 people now, Rose and Justin, right? Because he's so into this glove, Onyx, and believe me,
which is great for the sport, right?
And now, I gotta say he took on Kamaru Usman. That's a 170-pound champion.
Yeah.
And that was another thing. Like Usman was here training with Justin, right? He could never do what Khabib did to him.
Yeah.
Never. You know what I mean? Like Khabib's like that's another story, but Trevor Whitman is definitely he's the guy that I learned everything. I moved out here. I've been underneath him since 2006, and been one of his fighters. and now I get to coach side by side with him, and you know, it's one of those things where I think that I know everything, right? Like and then I go to a practice with Justin, and I'm like, fuck. Trevor, why didn't you ever teach me that shit? I'm like, why didn't you ever teach me that shit? You know what I mean? Like that was, I'm like, oh man, that would have been different, you know. But it's
you got to get
crazy.
Trevor on your podcast.
Yeah, he's coming out when he comes back from
Awesome
deal. It'd be good. He'd be good for your podcast too.
If he ever wants to come
No,
on
he
here,
won't.
he's got a seat, man.
No,
so.
he'd be good because Trevor's straight up. He's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
He is a good dude, and he likes whiskey. He likes to have a little Japanese whiskey too.
Yeah. All right. We'll get some Japanese
Yeah,
shit in
it's
here.
weird, man. He's on. What did he take up in there? He smuggled all. What the hell?
Hold
the
on.
bullet?
Don't get him in trouble.
No, the bullet.
Okay.
Oh, I took Pendleton all the way up in my carry-on.
Oh, shit.
Not my carry-on, but my check-in.
Is that
bag.
good whiskey?
Pendleton?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's like some
It's
cheap
cheaper-
shit, though,
it's
isn't
cheaper.
it? Yeah.
It's cheaper and it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I like good cheap whiskey.
Yeah,
That's all right.
it's definitely good. It's like
Cool.
$35 for one of these deals, but like it's a good class. It's a good one. Like I get a lot of cowboys on my shit, so
Yeah.
they love that shit. You know, cheap's better. You know what I mean? But yeah, Trevor would be a good one for you guys. But like, you know, the podcast, man. Like honestly, I mean, you know how it is. Like you just, you know, you try to cross promote, try to get good people on. And help
Thank you for
out.
coming out, by the way,
Yeah,
man.
man.
It's awesome.
I'm telling you, man, you're gonna help me out and have fun. Come out in my place. You got a great thing going here, man. It's cool, man. I honestly look forward to having you out in my place because I think we can have some good stories.
Let's do it.
But yeah, you know, check me out on GU Unfiltered, the podcast. I got that Instagram. I got Gladiators Unleashed. Yeah, man, I do a little bit of everything. I dabble.
I
with
urge
everything.
everybody to go check out Luke's stuff, man. He's got fucking hunting shows, podcasts. He's in fight corners. You can go take some fight lessons from him. You can go take some kickboxing or what else do you teach down at Genesis?
We do everything. We do jiu-jitsu,
It's an
boxing.
MMA gym.
Yeah, it's an MMA gym. It's honestly, we just put it all together. It's honestly, I gotta say that it is probably, and I'm not biased, but it is a brand spanking new gym, and we got brand new mats, brand new sauna. We got a full cage, full boxing ring, full bag racks. I mean, it is not a hole in the box like most boxing gyms or most gyms around here. It is world class gym, and you know.
If anybody's visiting Denver, is there walk-ins?
Yeah,
or
hell yeah,
anything
just
like that?
come on in.
Okay, cool.
You know what's crazy is, you know, ever since I started doing the podcast, and you know, I get a few guys coming and train with me, and they hear about it, dude. We get dropped in. We're like, we have a little comment like, "How'd you hear about us?" They're like, Luke's podcast, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, it's kinda
crazy
cool.
where this
It's
shit
kinda
travels,
cool.
man.
It's kind of
Like,
cool, you know.
some of the shout-outs that we've gotten from people, and I could go on and on about this, but it's given us a worldwide audience,
And that's what's cool.
we're right
about
here
it.
in the mountains. You know what I mean?
Dude, like, you know, you get a little demographic of like where
Yeah.
the downloads are going. I'm like, oh shit, Africa?
yeah, I'm like,
What the hell?
Zimbabwe?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell?
What motherfucker's got an iPhone out there?
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
it's so weird, but
Yeah.
like it's like
They ain't got clean water, but they listen to the fucking my ass
but
talk.
they want to hear me talking gibberish. You know what I mean? It's so funny, but it's so fun. You know, just honestly, like, I'm excited, and I want to thank you guys for having me out here because it is fun being on another podcast. It is,
Dude, you're welcome back anytime, man.
It is. I appreciate it.
We're gonna have you back for sure. There's a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah,
with
we
you,
got
Luke.
tons. Like honestly, like in the next week or two, I should be finished up with my studio. I had to remodel it. I would love to have you guys out.
Well,
like I said, it's like 20 minutes from here.
Let's
15.
go shoot sometime too,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I'm down to go do that too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm no pro archer like Aaron Schneider out there.
I
or
got
anything,
no.
but
You shoot both?
I'll go. Yeah,
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
You shoot compound or recurve?
compound.
Oh nice.
Well, I shoot both, but I only hunt with compound.
You're like me. You're like me. I
pick up the recurve
He gave
like
me a recurve, right?
twice
And I'm like,
a year.
and I did it, and I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
But I like being precise with my
Yeah.
pins, right?
Nah.
I got a whole 3D range in my house.
No shit.
Yeah. My backyard, I got a whole 3D range.
Oh man, call me up, man.
Yeah,
I'll come shoot with you.
come over.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
make fun of me.
No. We just bring some dollar bills. We bet.
All right. I'm down.
Right
Luke,
on.
thank you so much for coming on, man.
man,
It's
I
been
appreciate it.
It's been a great time, and can't wait to have you back. Jeremy, how you feeling back there?
Feeling great.
All right, man.
So fucking crazy.
Hey, Jeremy, just you can email me at luke@gladiator.
Don't be taking my boy. Come on, man.
You're good shit. I like
Jeremy,
it.
I'll treat you better, man. I promise you. You're not gonna be somebody's bitch like Cody.
Yeah.
All
Cody's going to be mad at me.
Shout out to Cody. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening, and Luke, thank you again, man.
Yeah,
It's been fun.
Hell yeah.